Boom! Welcome to a fucking midnight edition of Decided Podcast. I am Kieran.
I am somebody else. Rob.
And we're joined by two guests this week. Peter... Sophie.
Sophie,
and we all...
Sophie Peters.
And we went to download, it was fucking sick, so we are here watching live. We're not watching live, we are live.
We are live, we're not watching.
We're here to review.
We are watching, but not
watching ourselves.
That just sounds a bit weird, doesn't it?
It does.
So, it's worth pointing out from the beginning that we have a download veteran, a not so download veteran, and a download virgin. So,
how many years have you been?
I think this was my 7th year.
Getting there.
This is your
10th in a row.
This was only my 2nd, and Pete, this was your fucking first.
And it was
Shit
fucking
Andy.
amazing.
So, also before we continue, we are going to be drinking for the first time. And we will be drinking certain drinks that you may see the label of. And just in case this ever happens again, we get fucking huge, or more huge than we already are, 108 likes. Other drinks are available.
No sponsors, etc., etc.
No sponsors. Although I will give a shout out, because since I started this podcast, well, pretty much, since we started this podcast, sorry, I've been sharing the shit out of this to a specific download page. Now, less often, because I've got other pages to share too. But I'm going to give a shout out to Download Delinquents 18 plus page, because they've not said anything about me sharing shitloads of stuff, and I'm probably just spamming their page with my podcast.
They're also a really fucking good page.
Yeah, so fair play to you guys.
Power.
So yeah, we were going to have the news, but no, we just got back from Download for 5 hours ago, so no, fuck the news. We're also going to review The End of High by Killswitch Engage, as you voted for. However, we will not be doing that.
Because we got back from Download 4 hours ago and we were fucked.
So next week will be a double review. More on that later. More on that later. Story. So, fucking Download, guys.
Oh my god.
Moist?
Moist.
So moist.
Absolutely.
There may be a lot of references you don't understand, but we'll be saying them.
Kieran. Yeah.
So moist.
I mean, Download is one of those places where, like, little slogans and things just get picked up on over the weekend and then never leave our lives.
Yes.
For instance, we will be forever moosed.
Yes, so
Always
moist.
moist.
Best kind of moist. So, let's go from the start to the end with snippets in between.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the travel down.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
Excitement in our balls and lady bars.
I think
Nice.
you guys should probably
Equality.
start because you had a normal way of getting there. We kind of did.
Well, Peter drove.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I had quite a bit of stuff. I thought, okay, we should be able to do this.
Yes.
Went to pick Kieran up. He opened his boot. And I was wondering where our third person was going to be sitting.
Mr. Pavey.
Mr.
Scott.
Pavey. Hello, Scott. If you're watching, you probably don't. Anyway, but yeah. Oh my god.
He was a crushed man.
Yeah. We did say we'd stop if he was losing any feeling to his legs. He did mention it once, but we
didn't
just
stop.
carried on going.
Fucking download.
Sorry, Scott.
How was your trip?
So we obviously, it
Really
was
long.
a really long-winded way of getting there. So we went to Sheffield on the Monday morning.
Yeah.
Point out we're based in Milton Keynes.
Yeah. So we went up to Sheffield on the Monday morning because that was where you had originally booked your coach from. So,
Yeah.
And the plan was for me to obviously get a coach ticket and go from there as well. And then Guy
Saved our lives.
fucking Gladstone, the absolute legend, just popped up one day and was like, fuck the coach, guys, I will drive you. To which I proceeded to fall in love.
He's a lovely person.
You did have two saviours.
Shout out for Guy.
You did have two saviours this trip.
Yes. Well, do you know what, Pete? We're not quite there yet, alright? We're not at camp yet. We're not even at the festival. We're on
Stay
the fucking
tuned.
drive
Find
down.
out more.
All on that
Building
stage. So we were in Sheffield. Guy decided that he would be able to pick us up, and we had a very similar moment where he turned up with all of his stuff, and we looked at each other and thought, perfect.
Yeah, and I thought that I'd underpacked this year, and then I looked at all of my stuff going into Guy's car, and I was like, yeah, I've definitely brought too much stuff. Oh.
I definitely did.
However, we got it all in, and the drive was pretty much pleasant sailing.
Yeah, it was
really.
sound.
We got in very quickly.
Did you see any people on the way
Oh, it's a
down?
wave.
Did you see any people on the way down?
Hi, Fenton.
We didn't
Fenton?
actually. Well, we saw a couple of other cars that were definitely going to download, but nobody that sort of.
We saw a
yeah.
fucking Jeep, didn't we? We were just going at it. Just
Right.
honking
And
the horn.
that car that was so heavily loaded that its rear axles were rubbing against the wheels and rear arches. Oh my god! I don't know how that car was moving.
But yeah, so our trip down there was.
Uneventful, I would say.
Yeah.
I had a friend that warned me about a crash that had happened on the way in.
Oh, that is some
Yeah, that's not good.
dramatic stuff.
Yeah.
The excitement must have been real for you.
Oh, it was so real.
God, it's like a soap.
Doof, 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 doof. That, moving
Other
on.
soaps are available.
Yes.
So, yeah. So the drive down was, mostly uneventful, but it was a panic until somebody decided to save our lives. Guy Gladstone. And Pete.
So what do you do? I'm confused.
Well, they borrowed a tent from Danny.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
Danny said to them before they left Milton Keynes, just make sure everything is in the bag. They went to Sheffield. They went to Sheffield and didn't check the bag.
Yeah, no. Well, to be fair, in our defence, the bag was already duct taped to a trolley. That when we got to the coach station, I was like, I can't be bothered to take the duct tape off, so we'll do it when we get to Sheffield. We got to the coach station and the trolley basically broke on the way from the taxi to the coach station, literally right outside, walked 3 centimetres and it was broken. And then we ended up abandoning the trolley, took the tent all the way to Sheffield, left it for a day, then checked it the night before and there's no holes in it.
I got a rather frantic message.
Oh.
Hey Pete.
It was a phone call, actually.
I know it was a
wasn't
phone call, yeah, I was at work.
Sorry.
So I may have phoned Pete from the camping store where we were buying chairs to go outside the tent we didn't have. And I may have phoned Pete and said, Pete, I remember that you had a 4-man tent.
I obliged, it was fine.
It was actually, and it was a very comfortable camp. Got
Yeah.
more on that story.
Later on.
Still decanted alcohol.
Yes,
Has far too
100%.
much left.
Kieran,
I mean-
that's so in the way.
Yeah, I'm not done with it yet, sunshine.
Well, hurry up.
So yeah, getting there was okay. Getting our stuff was an absolute fucking ache of balls.
Oh,
2 trips. I was really happy with that. It's Coca-Cola. I don't know what you're on about.
Coca-Cola.
Cocaine. So we arrived at
Yes.
the beautiful, beautiful land of Donington Park, Donington Castle Download Festival.
Which most people would
2018.
say is Derbyshire,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's not.
Oh, fuck me sideways. Where is it?
It's actually based in Leicestershire.
Oh, well.
Just throwing it out there.
You
Are
won't
you
change
sure?
how I
Because
live.
when we were coming back on the motorway...
You would change how I live.
Yeah, it's an now
Yeah, we are now
Leicestershire.
entering Leicestershire, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's in
I want to go
Leicestershire.
Derbyshire. I want to go fuck your system.
Right.
Right. See where I dropped my pen. Did I
We're
get
going to
that?
find out.
Pen, Kieran.
Yeah. Or just remember at the end, what do we our predictions for next year's headliners? Okay, so the queue was fucking beautiful.
It was, that was actually really smooth sailing.
It was used to be the point where you until a couple of years ago, you would arrive whenever you arrived, and you would queue till 12 no matter what, and you would then go in.
After about 40 minutes of...
Yeah, fucking
Ball
lucky.
lightning,
Yeah. Gates open at 12, and then you fucking get to your tent's up by 3, and you're upset about life, and you get smashed. So instead, we weren't upset about life.
And we got smashed.
We got smashed. It was fucking great.
Yeah, it was really good.
We were pretty fucking hammered by 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
3
Safe
o'clock.
to say Wednesday was messy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Yes.
easy but hard.
So the queue was cool, but the only thing I don't like, for the first time in my 6 years, in my 10 years, they took our tickets.
Yeah, which is
Not
fucking
keen.
very strange.
So I need to
But they
remember.
let you keep the fucking thing that has your address on it. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
great. Thanks.
Here's the stub.
So I think just need to make a point of emailing Ticketmaster at some point to get our tickets back.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, that one's got my name on it, which I won't get back. But fuck it, exciting times ahead.
So why do we think that they've done that this year?
I mean, they've added security with the bags in the arena, which we'll go into a bit more later. But is it a security measure? But I don't understand what the security measure is.
Me neither.
They scan it. Once they scanned it, why can't we scanned again? But also, Ticketmaster fucked up and sent out shitloads of duplicates.
I might give you a paper cut with my tickets.
Oh no, ISIS are at it. So so I guess
Whoa!
that could be why.
Maybe.
But I think it's pretty shitty reason. If you sent out duplicates, the barcode would be the same, would it not? Or they just really fucked up and they've actually sent out 2 tickets differently. Who knows? You decide.
Either way, tickets were taken off us, and I was really looking forward to getting that home.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaking moment.
However, bands. We get to keep the bands, naturally.
Yes.
And
I
this
had to
year's
cut mine off.
band...
It was way too. It wouldn't come off.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I'm pissed about that.
I mean,
You're
they
absolutely
don't come off. That's the thing. You do.
There is a way to
there's
get
a
it
trick
off.
to getting them off.
Yeah,
Did you try the plastic bags in?
Yeah, it didn't work for me really, and then
Isn't
I
it- you
was
just
in dire need
twist.
of a wash.
Just
and
twist.
Just
It says in the same place you can twist it.
I mean, you have to do it for a while.
No.
For
For anyone that cares, they were this one here. It's the reds with the baby blue
do you
camping
I'll
want-
tell
in
you
it.
what, why don't we
Let's
show you
risk,
one
look.
with
there you go.
not every other year that's ever happened.
Da, da, da.
Da-da-da-da. Evening, Alan.
Wonderful.
So, much to our pleasure, it's red.
Is Alan, I think it's Alan. Well, I'm
Yeah,
not
Alan.
organised.
Yeah,
That was the guy that was camping near us and did the by Gareth's.
Bye, Gareth.
yes. Bye, Gareth.
Amazing.
See you next year, Gareth.
So we got to the beautiful land of Red Camp, the best
Yeah.
camp there is going. If someone else can read that, that'd be fantastic.
Next year's headliners: Old Bridge, Pearl Jam, Van Halen. Only because Copping wants them, and I really have no idea who could fill the final.
Do you know
spot.
what?
Van Halen, he's wanted forever, and they've even been booked a few times, but never announced, then cancelled.
Pearl Jam, though, that is a very good shout because they are doing some very big UK
Apparently,
shows.
they hate playing download. They hate the idea of Donington.
Wow.
That's why they've also been booked multiple times, and even more than Van Halen, and they've gone. We're cancelling. We don't fancy it.
Wow.
Alan also wants Van Halen.
You want Van Halen?
Alan.
Van Halen would be great. It's about fucking time. I'll go for we'll go for our predictions later, but one that is my prediction. One that isn't.
Oh, careful at the table. What
That
did I
was
tell
so
you?
dangerous.
Yeah, it
One
was.
sorry.
that isn't my prediction, but someone mentioned earlier, Tool are making their comeback fucking finally after 50.
They are,
50
yeah.
years.
And do you know what? If they headline Download next year,
You
I
own
am
predictions?
100% there.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah.
So, Red Camp, been my home for 10 years. Milton Keynes is just a fucking holiday.
It's the only place I've ever camped in Donington.
It's the only place you need to camp.
Yeah.
The only place I will ever camp.
Yeah. He says.
From now on.
Yeah, when you
Well, first time, yeah.
Alan,
Steve!
What about Ghost?
Goes to play next year, surely it's got to happen. They've been fucking massive over this last couple of months. Well, for the last couple of years, but they released an album recently.
I think if they're going to get a slot, it will probably be
Daniels.
somewhere main stage, and it will be there will be a chance for them to prove themselves to see how far up the build they can get. So, yeah, I sincerely hope so. Yeah.
What's the
do you want me to read it?
I mean, I would
Call
say.
that
Pop
Edgy.
punk kids.
I would say that if Tool are headlining, then that's going to draw in enough of a certain crowd that there will be less fucking emo pop punk kids there. So
best camp for Red Camp for sure? And Blackstone
Oh,
Cherry
yes.
literally just sub-headline and not going to jump to headliner status without a stand, like a really good new album. I think they've just released a new album before this download, so they're not going to be suddenly pushed to headline for no
And they're
reason.
touring as well, aren't they?
I reckon it's on the cards in the near future. Though,
Oh, they're one
because
of the top 10 bands.
We will
Those
go
are so
into
good.
we will go into detail on it a little bit more very soon. But they put on a fucking blinding set. So
So-
good.
Yes, they were. Well, yeah, we'll go into that later. I'll give my personal opinion then. So, yeah, Red Camp is the best camp. If you disagree, die. Pretty much. So,
Gold Camp looked fucking awful. We walked through.
was that the fucking one on the slant?
On the
Yeah.
hill! Oh my god!
Oh.
Ow.
Fuck
We
Gold
were
Camp,
literally
man.
so we walked from that was after Aussie yesterday
Yeah.
actually. So we walked through
South
there.
Gate.
Yeah, so there was like a little opening that they sort of had like halfway between the village and the arena that they opened up like later on in the evening to let people like filter through towards Gold and stuff.
Yes.
And we decided that we were going to walk through there, and honestly, it is literally like I don't even know how to describe it.
They're on like a
It's
45-degree incline.
Yeah,
It is
it's
impressive.
Come on.
How the fuck do you people camp on a hill? How do you sleep with your feet up in the fucking air?
Imagine that shit in the rain when it's
No.
like change of weather.
No.
Temperature slide down there.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Okay, bye.
To be honest, I wouldn't
Actually-
probably sleep with my feet at the other end. I'd probably sleep with my head at the top. Otherwise, you'd wake up in the morning and your head would just be filled with your own blood.
I mean,
probably smashed.
you might
Big
not wake
bobblehead.
up in the morning.
No, you wouldn't.
But that is Gold Camp.
Horrible.
You fucking queers. Moving on.
Wow.
We appreciate everyone's podcast.
Except Gold Camp.
ISIS.
Except Gold Camp.
You got a shit camp.
Any kind of camp's wrong. But if you're that kind of camp, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Any other camp dad?
Right, so next.
It's just the first night of camping.
Mate,
Just chaotic, wasn't it?
It
was,
yeah.
A
yeah.
My
bog
God.
standard shitfest
Yeah,
of the best kind.
yeah. You went very well.
no, mate, the heat had gotten to me. So, when we were transporting all of our shit into the festival, like, I'm very much one of these people that I won't get annoyed if people want to take breaks, but generally speaking, like, if I've got my bags in a good place and I can walk, I just want to machine it. And the second run, that's pretty much what we did. Not by anyone's say so. I think we
it's
all
just
wanted
easy,
to get
yeah.
back to camp and we were just ready to start. So we fucking trooped through the blaring sun. For anybody that
Yeah.
can't tell, I'm fucking scorched right now. As are you.
That is much better.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
turned out quite
fucking
nice.
rather warm, yes.
yeah, it was nice. The weather I would not change for a fucking
No.
thing. But
No, weather was really good this year.
A bit more sun maybe, but
Called
I
it.
don't really care.
Called it.
yeah, all right, fair play. You did 100%. Pete, you're coming every year.
Yeah.
You are now the sun man
And the tent.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
and the tent man. Except next year I'll try
And
to
the camp dad.
and camp dad.
Oh, yeah.
Bag cider enthusiast.
Oh, yes.
More on that story.
We
as
need
of
to do
now.
that.
Oh.
We need to do that more earlier on in the week next time.
No, we definitely don't.
Yeah, we
we need to bring more to have earlier on in the week, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Saturday night, yeah, kind of thing.
so yeah, I felt like shit. I'd obviously gotten like real bad heat stroke, and drinking and smoking and just all general sorts of bad things on top of quite severe heat stroke kind of fucked me up a little bit. But I was alright.
Yeah.
Persevered. Got there in the end.
So, Friday night I made a point of, whilst being very fucked. So this is the point where if you're in Red Camp now and we've spoken today and you're like, oh, this is cool, this guy's cool, you may change your mind. So I wear a crown every year because I'm the fucking king,
He's the
right?
Hail to the
This
king.
year, thank you. This year I brought a horn. And now you may hate me because I was that guy. So I went to the village and scared a fair few people. It's a good few of us, including the Gareth of Bai, and
Gareth of Bai.
I just ran it up to it's like at least 250 different sets of people, and was like high five a horn. And I was very abrupt about it. Probably didn't realise at the time, probably because I was smashed. Most people chose a high five. People just kind of went, what the fuck, and I just blew the horn in their fucking face. It was fucking fantastic for me. Looking back,
Drinking horn.
I have no regrets.
Drinking horn. Unfortunately, no, this was not a horn that we
This
could
was-
drink from.
Oh,
We
no.
did contemplate it, however, it served its purpose
It
in a
had too
much
many holes.
fucking better way.
It was a very fucking annoying, loud horn. If anyone remembers from like over a decade ago the pot noodle horns that you could win. I won one and I've not used it in about 12 years since I got it, and found it and I was like, right, this will annoy people. That's part of my goal in life. Let's do it. Fucking great.
Yeah.
And then I was up until about 2:30 the next day. That was how.
In the afternoon,
Drunk I was.
that is. And that is how drunk he was. Mate, how the fuck?
I've
Did
just
that feel?
got liver of steel, really, haven't
Yeah.
Probably not anymore.
I? No. He says drinking JD Fire and Coke.
So, yeah, first night was incredibly
talking.
messy. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, first night was really messy.
Yeah, so
yes.
I'm going to leave Thursday to you guys because once about 3 p.m. hit on Thursday, I slept till 9:45 p.m. Woke up, spoke to you for about 5 minutes, had a fag, and then slept till about 9 a.m. the next day.
Yeah, about that. Actually, it might have been a bit later. I think you might have rolled out of your tent at about 10.
It's a good like 16 hours sleep.
Yeah, much needed after the amount you drank.
Yes.
So yeah, well, that's probably why slept so long.
Yeah.
So, Thursday, guys, enlighten me on what I missed.
I didn't have a hangover, surprisingly,
I think I slept through
after the
yeah,
monstrous
It
chunder.
started
Yeah, really
raining,
wonderful.
didn't it? Thursday it rained a little bit, so I think
It was only in the evening,
slept
though.
through.
Wasn't it in the evening? I think it
I
started
thought
raining.
it was about 3ish.
no,
It
it's a bit
rained
later.
at one point.
Yeah.
And
It rained.
after the heat from the day before and just the sheer mugginess that our camp had already become, rain was quite a welcome thing.
Yeah. And so we had to get in the
But
tent.
we timed it pretty well, didn't we? Because we were pretty fucked up from the night before. We had gotten up at a normal time,
What is normal time?
and well, normal
Yeah.
time to
About
download
5
is
a.m.
yeah.
Like 5 a.m. when they've just cleaned the toilets and you want to go for a nice shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well,
More on that
Also-
later.
yes.
You're about to hear some fucked up stories.
No.
We will
There's a
eventually-
reason why we have to be drunk to tell them.
We'll eventually get to the bands. Sorry, as you were.
Well,
Yeah, something about shitting in the tent, but more on that story as it develops.
the rain was a bit of a saviour after the heat. It
Oh,
was
yes, it
definitely,
was.
yeah.
100%. So,
Definitely.
yeah, Thursday, fucking hell. We timed it really well, actually, because we were feeling like shit from the night before, and we sort of looked at each other and we thought, do you want to carry on drinking? No. Do you want to do anything else? No. Do you want to go village? No. Do you want to have a nap? Fuck yeah. So we literally got in the tent, zipped up, got onto the airbed and literally got ourselves comfortable, and then the rain started. Literally there and then the rain started, and we could just hear camps all around us like, oh fuck, yeah, so good, sorry, can't get this back in the tent. And we were just laying there like, we timed ourselves alright.
Saved by the gazebos. for those
So in
who are
actual
outside.
fact, the only person here that can really make any comments on Thursday is Peter.
Yeah, I need
And
to
it's-
try and remember.
It's worth pointing out as well, because we've kind of skipped right over it, that so it's Pete's first download, as already mentioned. So naturally, initiation calls, and we had to get him fucked on the Wednesday. And he
I did that myself.
yes.
I did that myself.
he got incredibly fucked, with very little help from the rest of us, yes.
All self-inflicted.
Yeah, 100%.
You're a real boy.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were there for emotional support or peer pressure, one of the two.
Brow mopping.
And just,
Because you have long hair in it.
Yeah, no, mopping with sweat.
but what a chunder that was.
My God.
Puking for hours.
I remember being in the doghouse and like having a good time in there and high five or horn,
Yes.
and then I remember laying alongside my tent and just everything just exiting me. Thankfully from the right end.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
So you shat yourself.
Oh,
You
mate.
would probably see sitting here.
No.
We'd really call you.
Yeah, there would be photos all over Facebook already. But thankfully, I woke up on Thursday morning and felt surprisingly alright.
Yeah.
Even though I was asleep with the crowd of people around me in the tent
I
apparently.
must admit,
Writing
yeah.
stories and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
We did
remember
write a
any
really
of
good
that.
story. Should we get it out now?
Do you know what? Can
I need
just
to read
point
this
out,
afterwards.
I never actually heard the story retold.
Okay.
Not once.
I will find it one day.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, okay.
please do, because I never heard it because I was passed out.
My anus.
Oh.
Is it going to be like
Excellent.
those the little things that you found from like previous festivals randomly while we were there, and you were just like,
Probably
"Oh my
getting,
god, I forgot about this."
2023 and go, here's the story. Half of people that wrote it are now dead.
What? No.
Whoa, morbid
Jesus.
as fuck.
Touch words.
Oh, that you're dead. So, you can't really talk about Thursday too much at the campsite, but what
I mean, it was quite uneventful.
What happened
we went
with the
really
Polak?
fucking heavy.
with Casper. What happened
Oh,
Oh my god,
Birdie broke him.
Yeah.
Birdie broke Casper.
Yeah. He was already absolutely hammered and off his face by this stage. And I can't
The
remember
cycle
exactly
of
what
life.
Birdie's... Yeah. Oh, what was it he said to him? I
Very
can't
nearly
remember.
bagged camp name, actually, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
far
Nearly.
off. That was nearly...
So we kind of got like a rule. So
What was
it's
the name
happened
of the
over
camp?
the years.
Mm.
What was the name of the camp?
More on that story
well,
as it
we'll
develops.
get to
More on
that.
that story as it develops.
Okay,
more on
we
that
get
story
into
as it
that.
develops. Because we
There's
are.
a story that goes towards
Yeah.
it.
It'll
Which
ruin
is-
it. It'll ruin it.
So
I have a feeling that we'll get too many unlikers if unless we explain a little bit
let's
first.
watch the podcast first. Yeah.
And to be fair, that's just basically going to lessen the numbers of unlikers by a little bit.
No. More likes.
Oh yeah, we'll get.
That,
You know, for every step forward, there's 2 steps backwards. But in this case, I genuinely feel like we might lose a couple, but we'll gain so many.
Fine. Cycle of Life was just a chart. Let's just say there were things at play, and people
fragile little man?
people were fucked up, and apparently he was just obsessed with the cycle of life and would not stop
Everything was a
saying that
cycle.
exact phrase.
And
Nothing
everything
mattered.
mattered and everything didn't matter at the same time. And
Fucking
we were
hippies.
here and we weren't here at the same time. It was very
It was just a
confusing.
cycle.
So very
It was
deep.
just cycle. It was just
it was a
cycle of life.
Of life.
Of
It was
life.
highly
Of
amusing
life.
to watch. I will say that.
So before we hit onto the arena, let's talk about the village activities.
Yeah.
I didn't go to many because
No.
I was fucked in camp a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to go on some rides, but I was too poor, so I didn't.
They had rides. They had the dog house. They had
Cinema.
Silent Disco's always
cinema,
there.
sound disco.
Side split stage.
That fucking motorbike thing I mentioned.
Yeah, the
Wall of Death.
Wall of Death.
Yeah,
The
that's-
bar as well. The bar was fucking
Yeah.
happening, man. There was strippers and shit
Yeah,
on the tables.
there was a lot of shit going on in the bar.
I didn't go to the bar, damn it.
Weekend.
strippers.
Ah.
Fucking back time. I go back to the bar. And avenged.
Oh.
So let's hit some fucking reviews. So
Put it down.
mate, so for those that don't know me, which is probably most of the people currently watching, I am slightly I rephrase. I am over the top obsessed.
Bar tables were great for dancing on. Don't know, didn't go.
How very philosophical. Yes. I said a word without fucking up. So I'm just obsessed with Avenged. They're my favourite band. I'm the biggest fan in the world. Therefore, I went to anytime they headline. Thank fuck it's a Friday because it's 2 hours later than the other 2 days that they open.
Never on a Tuesday. though.
Never on
Never on a
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I got up. I went to the arena for 10:30. It opened at 12. And I left at like 10:30. So I was at front row from the beginning of the first band until the end of Avenged. So you guys joined me, well not joined me, but joined the arena a little bit later from me. So I'll start off with reviewing Boston Manor. They're not for me.
Yeah,
See, I got there
Simple.
just to
Simple as that.
hear
They're
them
not for
while I
me.
was walking around, but
I don't do pop punk, and they're pop punk. There's not really much more I can say. Like, they weren't awful. Like, I wasn't going like, this is fucking terrible, please stop. I was just like, they seem alright what they do, they're just not for me.
Can you pass the Jedi? As far as like pop punk is concerned, they're a good band. Like, I wish I had actually seen them properly,
Which
but
it is.
yeah, because I wanted to go and see them because
Join the
I
elite.
listened to them before download and like listened to them because they were at download, and I was like, yeah, sick. And like one of their songs I've added to my offline playlist to like listen to all the time because it's really good. It's called Laika, Laika, and it's a really good song. And I remember walking around looking at the bunny chow and hearing it and being like, oh my god, and like going towards the stage, but then also missing them completely. Yes, where is it? There. Pew.
So,
Can you pass the Pepsi, please?
next,
The RC
Miscellaneous
Cola.
cola.
next up we had
Virgin Cola.
Avatar.
Avatar sick.
Now, Avatar were one of the standout performances of the fucking weekend.
100%.
Yeah, they were good.
So,
100%.
these
the first
guys
one I heard.
came in just as the second song started, so you missed the first part. So they opened their set, and they're fucking second band on, right? And they brought the fucking stage show. Those Avatars fucking raised the bar for early bands. You'd think with early bands you got the backdrop and that kind of stuff, but that's about it. Maybe a couple of special lights. But these guys brought their whole stage show for a half-hour set. It was fucking fantastic. So they've got this King thing going on, obviously inspired by me.
He was at download first.
Yeah, it's true. And like they had this like gigantic, like, they saw this throne behind something, and as they start the first song, the guitarist's in the throne and it raises up with this massive Avatar sign. And it goes like 10 foot up. It's pretty much just over halfway, like towards the stage, towards the top of the stage. And he's just sitting there playing guitar while the singer Johan just does a sermon for everyone. And then he's busted out some old hits like Hail the Apocalypse, Let It Burn, and Smells Like a Freak Show, which is their set closer.
That was
Fucking
good.
What a
That
was
fucking
amazing
show.
way
Good
to
song.
close as
Yeah.
well, man. And I have to say, the costuming and like the set design and stuff, like
makeup.
stage design,
Yeah.
the makeup, all of it. Just, I remember like just looking at them and thinking like these guys needed to be further up the bill.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
They
I would
needed
have
to be-
rather have had them when Marilyn Manson was.
Yes.
I would have rather have had them
Literally,
wear
yeah,
fucking
that
That
would've been
suits
sick.
very well.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of business sense, that would have been terrible for downloads. But I think if you
Give it a
if you
few
kept
years though, because I feel like
Well, Manson's going down, so yeah,
Yeah.
Avatar going up, and they suit that style. I think if I was going to place them somewhere on the main stage of that day, they would be above Marmoset. So it would be the bands. So
Dragon Force.
it would be Boston Manor. Well, for me, it would be Boston Manor, Marmoset, Dragon Force, then Avatar, Volbeat. Just because of the size of Volbeat, we'll get to them shortly. So yeah, fucking Avatar nailed it. Completely fucking nailed it. I would
one of the
definitely
most
suggest checking them out again.
highlighted acts of the weekend
For sure. Really, so I've seen him a couple of times before. I saw him twice on the Avenged tour in 2013 because they opened up.
How were they on that tour?
Really good. I never heard him before that, and I became a fan. And whilst I didn't really bother listening to the King album because I didn't really think to check it out.
Yes, he was diabolical.
Literally.
Manson was diabolical.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, go on.
I'm not going to say it's great, but yeah. So I was a fan, but seeing that there on Friday, that's pushed them up. They need to go places. They need to be like
Yeah.
they can make a good.
I really
main
hope.
support.
I really hope that Andy watched that set and thought, "Fuck."
Yeah, I hope so
I
too.
really do.
I'm going to send him a tweet. Actually, that reminds me. So let's throw something out here. I think it was actually before Dragon Force as well. Download whoever the guy who was in charge of playing the music in between bands. Do not play Lost Prophets at a festival, please. We've had this conversation before.
What a way. That's all I'm going to say.
I can
What a
deal
way.
with people that like Lost Prophets. It's their choice. I still listen to them. But playing them at a festival,
forcing people to
listen
not
to 'em.
allow that choice. In
yeah,
their lives.
is wrong. And they're like, I know it's like a bit. The kids don't really know what's going on. They don't probably link it. But there's kids at a fucking festival, and I don't think that voice should be plagued on them. So that's just my little controversial thing to throw in there. I'm not a fan of that at all. So
And you,
I did tweet him.
You
Yeah.
sent him a severely worded tweet, didn't you?
it wasn't severe. I sent it to the festival rather than him, and I said, playing Lost Prophets at Download Festival, bad move. Download Festival, not keen. I could have gone apeshit, but what's the point? So, regardless of that, we move on to Dragon Force.
Yeah, man, I
felt sorry
feel
for him.
so bad for
Yeah.
Dragon Force. So, a band that haven't been on Donington main stage. They've been on main stage before.
I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they have, but it's been a
They're
very
usually like a flipping 12:30 kind of thing on a Sunday.
yeah, like they've
It was between Avatar and Dragon Force, or maybe between Boston Manor and Avatar. I'm pretty sure it was the former.
disgraceful either way.
Yeah,
What was I saying?
Dragon Force.
Yeah,
Oh, mate.
they were good.
They put on a really good show, actually, for what they were actually allowed to put on a good show for. Before the guitarist's PA just dropped entirely, and they had to stop their set.
Vocals cut out for a short while as well, didn't it?
Vocals cut
yeah.
out during
Yeah.
the song, and then the guitar cut out while they were fixing the vocals, and then things just went really bad. But I will give that band 100% credit, because I can imagine even big bands like Guns N' Roses, if that had happened to Axl,
Oh my god.
that would have been it. That set would have been done. But no, man, they stayed up on that stage. They fucking
Started
carried
going
on
Queen,
talking.
didn't
Yeah, like started rocking out with some jams. Started talking to the crowd, getting the crowd like reacting with them. I just think that's like the best thing that you can do in that situation.
Yeah,
really, is
yeah.
just stand.
They did it really well.
Yeah.
And no one bites the dust, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they smashed through the fire and flames.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel bad because they also filmed a DVD that day. They announced that
Yeah.
they barely, like most of them are from England, I believe, and they barely get a chance to play England. I think they're probably bigger worldwide.
The vocalist is American, I'm sure.
I'm sure he's English.
No, he's English, I think.
I'm not 100% sold on that, but maybe.
But he was on the
could be
same
right.
we're from England.
Do you want me to Google it?
They're not from England.
Check it out.
Well, that's what the vocalist said. I'm going to take his word over yours.
Yeah.
They're not from fucking England.
Yeah.
What?
That's
One
what
of the
he said.
guitarists is Australian. One of them's.
I definitely remember him
Herman
shouting it out.
Lee. I do not, but then to be fair, we'll find out.
Either way, while they look up that, they finished the set with Through the Fire and Flames, which
They are British.
No fucking way.
I've always missed
Through
Through the Fire, Dragon Force Wild Download because they always play so fucking early on a Saturday or Sunday.
There
and
you have it.
I can't be asked. But no, they were really fucking good. Well, I say really fucking good. They were good.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Who?
Dragon Force.
Oh yeah, yeah, really good. And they are a British band.
Yeah. So this next band is going to divide opinions. So I will let Sophie start with
Oh,
Marmozets.
I love Marmozets, and they're really good. And I thought they played really well. But having said that, I think that a lot of the appeal of seeing Marmozets is the fact that they just fucking go at it. Like, they enjoy playing a live show. And as well, they are what I would
true, yeah.
call accessible. So they're a band that they do play other festivals, like,
Reading Leeds.
yeah. And a lot of people, like, from a lot of different backgrounds like them, and the fact that they can still hold a crowd at downloads
Yeah, they did
is,
well. I thought.
like, yeah.
It's impressive. It's a
Yeah.
feat in its own right.
They were
I was
surprised for me.
surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. I wouldn't go as far as to say like, yeah, they were fucking amazing, but I watched their entire set
Yeah,
and I thought it was good.
I definitely enjoyed it. That was my surprise of the Friday for me, I think.
Go on, Kieran.
Obviously, events were amazing, but
Tell us what's
It was a
your
surprise for me.
opinion.
I wasn't keen. So, that's about that. No, yeah, they came out. So there were pros and cons. So the second half of their set was double the standard of the first half. I wasn't too keen. I was like, no, I'm not having this.
I think
Me
it
and
takes
Titch,
a while to adjust to their vocal style.
front row.
as well.
No, I don't know. No, I wasn't too keen. They played. I looked at the song name earlier because I was mentioning it. It's the one that mentions Poison. If you get the set list up. So yes, no, yes, no. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? What
You're not the boss of me now.
talking about Lost Prophets.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they were alright. Now, I just didn't really. They're not for me to start off with. However, the pros were. Well, the drummer was the best part of the band in my best part of the band in my opinion. I warmed to her vocals after a while when it got a bit built. There was randomly halfway through there was a heavy song. I was like, oh yeah, sick, cool. And I enjoyed it. It was better. The bit at the end was like, oh yeah, last year I was camping with you guys. Made me think maybe she's actually a bit more of one of us than I realised.
She was nearly crying.
She
Yeah, she got to the
proper
point where
choked
she was
up.
proper crying.
She was just, like,
Suffocation
overwhelmed.
was the song that I was like, okay, I'm warming just a bit more. But yeah, so they on one of the fucking far too many download pages that I'm on, the group chat pages. I got asked what was my least favourite band of the weekend or the worst band, and I said it was Marmozets. I think I'm sticking with that, but it might be a different band actually. I happened to see, but I did make a point of whilst they were the worst band for me, it's not because they were shite. They're just not for me.
Yeah, well, I thought when I didn't think you would enjoy them anyway.
No.
I wasn't expecting you to enjoy them, but I think that they're a band that suit specific tastes, or maybe suit unspecific tastes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, to me they struck me as the type of band that could cater to a mixed sort of crowd.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that was Marmozets.
Yeah, so we go on to Volbeat.
Oh god.
So I'm not a fan of Volbeat. I don't think any of us are a fan.
No,
not
not
really.
really.
No.
And again, it's not because they're a bad band. Like musically,
No.
they are fucking solid, and the guitarists are really good.
As a whole, the whole band is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
Not
something
my thing,
about
yeah.
the way that his vocal style resonates
I
with
like
the
his
music.
vocals, that's
I like
what-
his vocals. He's got a really good voice, but the
the
way that
sound
it
of his voice.
resonates with the music that they play just doesn't do it for me.
They're not a band for me. I saw them support Alterbridge with you
Yeah.
in end of 2016.
You said they were better this time.
They were better this time, I thought, but maybe because that's what I knew what to expect. Whereas last time I was like, oh, Volbeat, I heard loads about these. They're really getting really big. Yeah, okay, there's Elders trying to rock. Fair enough. They deserve their spot of third down the list, but again, I can't really deal with them.
No,
They will. I think they probably will, though.
I think it's possible. Yeah. So my friends, we got sweepstakes every year where we vote who we think is going to headline. I won 3 years in a row, lost 6 years in a row. This year is very upsetting.
Who won?
Chris.
Fair enough.
And he's like, not Chris, but one of the people on there, like, oh yeah, Volbeat should be headlining, but looking from a business point of view, they're not selling out arenas here yet, so you say they should be headlining here. If people aren't grasping them, then fair enough. They go better over in Europe because, well, Europeans like them more.
Can I say though that while I don't like Volbeat that much musically, I thought they performed very well.
Yeah, no, they did.
Yeah.
So
And I'll tell you what.
they're the tightest band, and I say they deserve their position of third down.
Yeah.
And maybe once we'll speak to you about the next band in a sec. Maybe higher, maybe a sub-headline spot. I mean, I think they'd suit as a sub-headline spot for maybe Guns or something along those lines.
Like a calmer sort of band, not necessarily like a heavy band.
Yeah.
Certainly third support for Avenged
AC/DC maybe.
Sevenfold with Bullet for My Valentine in between, maybe not so much.
I think that was a fair position for them today.
Yeah,
Well, that week.
I don't think it was the wrong place to put them, but I think there would probably be a better place to put them.
Yeah. I think if you think that it's worth putting them forward for download headline spot, they need to, putting aside the fact that they need more fans over here, maybe Andy should take a risk and get them headline second in a couple of years' time. And if they go off well then great. If they don't, then fuck it. So, Boule for My Valentine. Give you a bit of backstory. That, we're all, I'm not sure about you, Sophie, but the 3 gentlemen here, including myself, are pretty big fans. For years, they're my second favourite band. And then the album that shall never be named was released in between Fever and Venom.
See, I liked what's their first album? Like their first.
The
The
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah, I like that
Fucking
album.
amazing
Yeah,
album.
that's
Yeah.
a great
I
album.
didn't like Hearts Burst into Fire like as a song, and I didn't really listen to Scream Aim Fire.
There's a door over there.
Hearts Burst into like.
Last Winter Fight's amazing.
I'm sorry,
Apart from the grammatical error, but other than that.
I don't really like Scream Aim Fire either. As a song.
The album is... I
I haven't listened to the album,
can't
so I
agree.
can't
The album's
but,
overrated, but Fever's amazing.
right,
Yeah.
go on.
Your thoughts, Rob, on Bullet before you speak up them live?
My thoughts before I saw them live, did you say?
Yeah, like backstory, like to
Oh,
today's
okay,
people are all
backstory,
quite big
so-
fans. Apart from Sophie.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I don't dislike them. I always wanted to see them, and I'm glad I've seen them.
Yeah. Was it your first time, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
Did they play anything
I've-
from that unnamed album?
Thankfully fucking not.
no, they didn't actually, did they?
Imagine if they fucking... But we'll get on to what they did play in a second, and it's not much fucking better. Some parts of it.
Some parts, yeah. Some parts of it, I was really happy with some of the set.
Yeah.
But you're a fan beforehand, either way.
I was a massive fan. They were my favourite band. One of my well, we've covered it in previous episodes anyway, but they were like my introductory band into metal as I know it. So for a long time, they were very much like my band.
Yeah, they were your thing.
And I saw them live for the first time and was like, yep, that was fucking amazing. I saw them live the second time and I was like, okay, that
It
was
is
slightly
really
less
good.
amazing. Then I saw them live at Reading and thought, okay, this is shit. And then I saw them live at Download 2013 and was like, this is slightly better, but still not there. And then I saw them this time and I thought they did a
Yeah.
really good set.
Agreed.
I thought they did a really good set. It just, something about it just
Before we
falls flat
get into
for
the
me.
set, I usually I start off with the number of the podcast. I'm gonna do it today. So this is fucking episode 20 Right now, that's out of the way. We don't edit things here, so just get everyone to tune into this fun part of the... Nailed it. So, yes, no, they didn't play anything from that goddamn sickening album, right, which ruined their fucking careers, and they still fucking think we deserve to headline Download. Well, Sonny Jim. We'll get to that. No, we'll get to that now. So back in 2012,
Is the short answer.
end of 2012, someone asked Andy Copping, the guy that books the bands with Download, if you didn't already know, who's the next band that's going to be headlining Download, do you think? And he said it's either Avenged or Bullet, right? And it's not to praise Avenged. Or
Good choice, Andy Copping.
Yeah. It's not, I'm not saying it's to praise Avenged, it's not to shit on fucking Bullet. And this year we've got Avenged headlining their second festival.
Yep.
Download Festival, and we've got Bullet still here supporting, and they're the ones going to Kerrang saying we deserve to headline. Fuck off. Matt Tuck, you egotistical prick. So their set list, this is probably like my least favourite time seeing them. I'm usually pretty much amazed every time. I like to see at least one new song.
I think if you had seen them at 2012 Reading, you would have been disgusted.
Yeah? I wouldn't step foot in Reading, but I agree with the sentiment, fair enough. So they played 3 new songs, but all 3 new songs were from their newest album, which is released this week, Gravity. I would say check it out, but I wouldn't want to fucking pain you with those fucking
Yeah, I wouldn't
3
want to
songs.
do that to anybody that watches our podcast.
Matt Tuck we're probably going to review at some point. Matt Tuck has gone through a divorce or something, and these 3 songs so far are all about his divorce. And they're all just dog shite. I don't
How
want
much
to
of
say
your heart's bursting into fire now, you cunt?
I don't want to say that it's going in the direction of that album, the unnamed album, but it's getting there. I mean, they haven't released Riot or anything like Riot yet, thank fuck, but yeah, I'm getting worried. So, other than those 3 songs, it's kind of bog standard set list.
Yeah.
Season 4 was great, don't get me wrong, but other than that...
See, I don't actually think they performed that song very well.
You know,
The band did. I don't really think he sang it with as much enthusiasm as the crowd were expecting and wanted. Personally.
yeah,
I didn't
think
really feel it.
It was a lacklustre set.
Yeah.
And like, for Bullet to be what's now, they're still in my top 5. Alter Bridge has taken over 2nd place very easily.
Yeah.
When I got asked what was your favourite band for the day, it was obvious. What was my second favourite band? I eventually went with Avatar. Bullet were a close third, but Avatar took. And for Avatar to beat Bullet, if you told me that before the day started, I would have gone now.
I think as well, one thing that kind of, perhaps it is a bit unfair for the band, but preemptively sort of set my expectations was the fact that for years, as an Avenged fan, you've been waiting for Bullet to go into
Yeah.
Avenged, and I just don't think they performed a set that was decent
Well,
enough to... Yeah.
No way.
However,
Then-
a tour with Avatar, Bullet, and Avenged, take me there right now.
Yeah, 100%. I would go to that tour. I would probably go to...
It was my
a few
first
days.
time seeing Bullet, and I thought they were pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, for the first time.
Yeah, I think...
Obviously, I can judge afterwards if you do see them again.
This is it. When you see them again, you'll be able to think like, oh, okay, well that was either worse or better than Download.
Yeah.
And in which case, at that point, yeah, you'll be more sort of at a level to sort of say like, well, yeah, that set wasn't very good.
Yeah.
For me personally, as somebody that hasn't seen them as many times as Kieran, but near enough, yeah, it was just lacking. It was really
I think that
lacking.
marked my 6th or 7th time seeing them. And like what Adam said before this comment which we're about to read, it's his first time seeing them. I can't see it much.
He loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, so were they the only 4 bands you saw that day, or was that the top 4 of the bands you did see that day? While he answers that. So yeah, Alan, he loved it, but at the same time, it's his first time, so he's going to
Yeah.
compare it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
And as much as like personally as a fan, like it's weird to see Avatar above Avenged. I'm not even going to fucking say no because obviously for me it's not the case. But Avatar was that fucking impressive that I can just go, you know what, have that opinion. That's cool, man.
That's his top 4.
Yeah.
Just the top 4,
Yeah.
right? Cool. So we move on to the headline act, the almighty Avenged. Sevenfold.
Yes.
So I will actually, I'm just gonna say a quick bit on this. I'm gonna let you guys take the role on this one, which is fucking weird. I fucking loved it. It was my 11th time seeing them. I had no testicles left after the semen had gone. But
You did miss.
Yeah.
so I
Danny's tent instead.
yeah. Bastard, you just moved it.
I ducked. I think I dropped something.
What's that coming over the horizon?
It wasn't a soap.
24 hours later. Avenged to... So the stage is fucking fantastic.
What a fucking way to open a set, man.
Yeah.
Every time.
And they're just like constant fucking hit. Well, most of them were hits. So you go from the stage into Afterlife.
Wow.
Like madness. And then I believe it was Hail to the King.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then a little break to, which I love, because their stage presence is amazing, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking tight as shit as a band, 'cause they're all pretty much best friends, and Brooks, but Brooks is fucking close with him now as well.
Yeah.
To then go, who's the first time seeing us, Welcome to the Family. I haven't played that since the 2013 tour, I think. That was fucking, or not in the UK anyway, so that was fucking cool to see again.
And as a fucking avenged virgin who's never seen them before, to hear him say, "Who's never been here before? Who's never seen us play?" And for me to be like, "Yeah,
Welcome to the fucking
welcome to
goddamn
the
family.
fucking family, man. What a
welcome.
way." Yeah,
So-
warm welcome.
Yeah, entirely. So, skipping forward a bit to... So I've seen them... I was lucky enough to see them with the Rev in 08. And he was like my favourite member and like my idol. And they've obviously played since he died, obviously. So in 2010 tour they had the Nightmare Gates and like the drop down with the Rev, and they always speak about the Rev, but this video package,
It was something else.
fucking deep, man. It hit me. It hit a lot of people.
It was
People
touching,
cried. I very rarely cry, but I was like, oh goddamn. So the touching package, it was amazing. So that straight into Nightmare was fucking glorious. They performed So Far Away so amazingly. I was kind of cautious when I saw the set list beforehand that in America they were playing the cover of Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here," because that didn't go the cover didn't go down very well with a lot of fans.
Which is surprising for me because I think they fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Shoot Me Now, because I've heard the Avenged version before the Pink Floyd version. So, but when they dedicated the second half of So Far Away not only to the Rev but Shirt, who died, who's their sound guy, also the sound guy for Slipknot and other bands, who died last year. And then, although I didn't catch the name properly, they dedicated Wish You Were Here to another guy, and then started talking about suicide. So I'm assuming the guy died from suicide. And the fact they brought up suicide prevention, that's always a good thing. That's a really fucking big thing these days.
Mental
and it's
health,
not,
Especially in metal.
yeah, and it's not spoken about enough. I mean, Chester, it's like another week or two, no, maybe another month or two, until it's his year anniversary.
Really? Has it been a year?
Yeah, it's
Oh
come
my
on to it, man.
God.
Yeah, and Chris Cornell
That's
was in a
crazy.
little bit before that.
Yeah, I think it was back in
I think
April,
that was
yeah.
just a little while ago. Yeah, I remember it popping up on my Facebook.
So it was great they brought that up. So before I pass on to these guys, I said I'd be quick, but I can't be quick talking about Avenged. Them busting out Eternal Rest for the first time I've ever seen it live was fucking incredible. Waking the Fallen is my favourite album, I fucking adore it. And then them going into fucking MIA, which I never thought I'd see live. I thought I may have a chance to see Eternal Rest, but MIA was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Then going on to the last few songs, and then on to the encore of Shepherd of Fire, and a little fucking piece of heaven.
Mate, I love it. It's
Mate.
such a fucking
So
great tune.
obviously, like I said, fucking Avenged Virgin, and so many people warned me that like you're not ready for pretty much any of them set, but that in specific, yes. And I have never felt my ribs rattle so much than the
Yeah.
whole
And
fucking
goosebumps.
arena doing that. And then,
Goosebumps.
yeah, 100%. The fucking hairs on the back of my neck were like shot straight up, man. I was loving it, fucking loving it.
And,
And
you get
I
all
was
the
so
harmonies
ready.
coming out as
Yeah,
well.
I
You're
was so ready.
going, background, you're like, oh my god.
You guys are nailing this so well.
It's always the shit of like even the little movements they do at every live show. So for a little piece of heaven, when it's always like you get Zach in the background, it's like and bye bye, and he's always like the wave every
Yeah.
time. It's always the same kind of wave. And like this is, and always Sid always slaps his thigh when you get hit for the thighs kind of thing. They finished with my all-time favourite song, Unholy Confessions, which I was, like I said earlier, I was front row, and suddenly towards that last bit, he's like, let's get some circle bits going. Suddenly I'm shoved to the fucking gate even further, or the barrier, and I'm dying. So I'm like, I can't turn around right now because I can't turn around right now.
You'll get
literally.
sucked in.
So I thought I'd take a little selfie like above me and behind, and I just saw the side of the mosh pits, and I was like, yes. And they fucking killed the set. So,
100%.
your opinions?
I will let you guys go first because
That's the stage show, just everything, all the screens and the space, like the astronaut
space
coming out,
Oh,
and then all
higher
the,
as well. Higher for the first one I saw that live. That was fucking.
and just like the visuals, man, crazy. And when the flames were going off, and they were getting their massive black smoke rings,
yeah, man.
going off above the stage and that. Oh my god!
Fucking,
It was just
so
fucking
one of the
insanity.
guys that we were watching the show with is a close friend of ours called Danny, and he literally just turned to me mid-set, like after the first lot of smoke rings went up, and he was like, "Is it just me, or does it look like Avenged have like the dirtiest halo in the world right now?"
yeah,
And I just thought
remember
that was so fucking apt. That's so on point that it hurts. Like, but yeah, mate, I just wasn't ready. This was the band that I was looking forward to seeing most.
did kill it.
Yeah, 2014 was the first time I saw them, and it was nuts. Like, it's literally probably the best show I've ever seen.
It's
in
my
life.
favourite download set that I've ever seen. 100%.
And
2014 for you though.
yeah, 2014 was nuts. Like, it was
Yeah.
literally insane.
I just about prefer 2014.
Yeah, no, this
But that's
year
not
was so.
shitting on this year.
No, this year was close. Like,
Yeah.
it was fabulous. And, like, oh, like, even though, like, 2014, there was, like, they did So Far Away going into Nightmare
And it
then.
rained
And
literally
the
straight.
rain happened at the right time. And But, like, that's the only thing that I think could not have been
It's such
passed.
The
Like,
fact that nature didn't
Yeah.
shove its dick in
And,
this
like,
set, basically.
but it didn't make it any
No.
less powerful. Like, it was still like heart wrenching
Fucking
and like
incredible.
me and Courtney were like
But the-
both sobbing for.
Like, I think, well,
whole song.
I've literally just thought of it now, like, while the weather for 2011, which was when it was shitty all day, and then they dedicated Afterlife for the Rev, like, we're going to do a happy song for the Rev instead, did Afterlife, and literally the clouds parted and shone, and shadows, like,
Yeah,
while the Rev's
yeah.
looking down,
Yeah.
tears and tears everywhere. And
Tears
then,
and jizz everywhere.
with the 2014 show, yeah, it was sunny all day, and then it rained straight So Far Away into Nightmare, that was intense, but this video package was the weather, it was the intense moment. Yeah, I agree with the stage show. The stage show was incredible. So they're usually the pyro kind of people. Like 2014 was pyro fucking everywhere.
And you rained. And it's already a nightmare.
Yeah, well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
it rained for the entirety of Nightmare, but the rain started.
Just as So Far
Literally
Away
as So
ended
Far
and,
Away
like,
ended.
Nightmare kind of
Yeah.
like ding ding ding.
So it was like, and I need you to know. Dun, 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 dun. My voice is still gone. So yeah, it was pitch fucking perfect and well, weather perfect. But yeah, so the stage show, like if you've seen it on the stage show, the stage set for the album stage back in January 2017, it was just the visuals, like, but it was a cube and the spaceman was slightly bigger and so on and so forth.
No cubes.
But the fact they combined that with the fire for here, because they couldn't bring the cube out because the stage doesn't go out that far for downloads
That would
outside.
have been amazing though.
Yeah, it's a floating cube.
Oh,
So yeah, obviously for me it was obviously Band of the Weekend, but that's because I'm biased.
100%.
But at the same time,
No, me
it's
too.
not just biased; it's because it was fucking incredible.
It was a banging set,
Yeah,
and
sick.
I was looking forward to seeing them the most, and
Yeah.
I had very good reasons to do so.
Yeah.
they were
Taking a
amazing.
short break after because that was the longest day for us. The other 2 days are a bit shorter. Camp stories.
Where do you want to start?
Yeah.
So
There are several.
How much time have we got?
Yeah, I was on a mad one on Friday.
So Friday was a fucking funny night. So let's start off with we're going to talk about my flatulence and my anus for a little
Oh
while.
wow, yeah.
really?
Let's,
Yeah.
Snot.
let's start talking about Kieran's anus.
Yes.
Why not?
You learn things here. Best headline for sure. I fully agree.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is killing my knee.
So we have me. I'm a disgusting human being. My genitalia was out multiple times over the weekend.
Lewis lost his bet.
I want to bet.
I'm still fucking due after that, I think. It's fine, you can keep it.
Whole £2.50, thanks, mate.
I thought you gave you a tenner.
No, you give me a fiver, and you want half of it.
Oh no, so we spoke half of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll take half of that. He's like, yeah, you can have a fiver. I was like, oh cool. So I thought you were getting a tenner. If you're getting a fiver, I don't really care. The
250
point is, more people have been graced for free.
Buy your nuts.
See my genitalia. So we were in the campsite, and
I'm not going to lie, I think I actually got away the whole time without seeing any of your genitalia.
Wow, I saw them before the fucking festival.
No,
so
I
I
don't
no,
think they-
I asked to see them.
I think I actually, yeah.
Well,
wanted
this
to see what all the
podcast
fuss was
ends
about.
soon.
Everyone was like, oh,
And
I've
it's
seen
coming.
you.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a time where I've seen Kieran without seeing his balls.
Fucking downloads.
Should have joined our group or vice versa. We were Mangina Central.
You haven't advertised it well. Either way,
Mankini?
back to less Mankini and more my flatulence.
Excellent.
I was full on.
I didn't
Farting
see
a
enough
lot.
of the Mankini though.
It
Oh, it was
didn't
out
make
that one?
hours,
No. Yeah.
For about 10 minutes and then it was gone again.
Yeah, because I realised.
It's fucking cold.
I don't tell you what I realised after the podcast actually.
Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful.
It doesn't sound like it. Sound like you're upset. Now, when Birdie came up behind me, and I didn't realise I needed to fart. Sometimes I need to. Most of the time, I know I need to fart.
Most of the time, you know you need to fart.
It's 'cause
Occasionally, though.
That's how you know you're getting old, Kieran.
Yeah, well, 27, fuck you, okay?
Fuck you.
Still 11 years old, younger than this bastard.
yeah, cab dad.
So, our mate Birdie came
Camp
behind
Dad
me,
got fucked up.
and I backed up, and
Camp Dad's a bad influence.
I
Because he was getting the torch, wasn't he?
was getting a torch, he came up behind me, I backed up slightly, went, oh, and then as soon
Oh! Whoop.
farted upon his leg.
And what an elegant way to articulate.
For me,
that.
it
I
was
farted upon his leg.
one of the greatest times.
It was probably one of the most... I've never laughed so much in my life. And literally, for the next 45 minutes, every time we looked at each other, we would just laugh and could not stop.
I genuinely attempted to apologise, but every time I apologised, I would laugh at him.
So openly laughing in his face while saying
I'm
sorry.
really sorry. I almost shat on your leg.
I promise this is sincere.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a funny little story that probably no one can care about. Now let's talk about me shitting in a bag.
Excellent.
So Saturday morning.
Saturday around 11ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lovely Ostrich burger. More on that later. And I got back to camp and I was like, I need a shit real bad. And the queues were fucking awful.
Yeah, there was big queues that time. At
I
that
will
one
just point
moment.
Yeah.
out. We'll just point out. So one of the people that we camp with is quite handy and brings along a little bucket to wee
Corny
in.
fucking Wallace. Love
Now it's worth knowing that the bucket is what? it's worth knowing.
It's adapted.
Yeah, it's worth knowing that the bucket is intended
So it's
for
basically-
females to pee.
Yeah, it's a
Or
bucket
males.
that has like
Oh no,
a
those
seat
males have penises.
with a lid,
They can stand.
and you get the seat and you take the seat off and you put a plastic bag in it, and then you put the lid on and you lift the lid, and there's like a little seat and you can sit down and pee in your tent, but not in your tent. So and then you tie the bag and chuck it somewhere, basically.
Yeah.
In a
basically,
bin,
animals
probably.
need to be-
but-
Those stewards that are going to be looking for drugs and things to sell
Oh.
later on are in for a fucking nice
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
What a treat.
So I thought I'll try and make it back to camp and ask Courtney to use her shit bucket, and she gracefully said yes. And in 2014, I did the same thing, but decided that I would just sit under the gazebo with everyone else, drop trowel, and take a dump.
Into blue.
Yeah, should have. Bombs away, motherfuckers!
Fire in the hole!
Oh, what a lovely woman!
You've got the fucking medium ground of fucking Camp Loner to get through first, though. So
Yeah.
bless all of
Roll
those
it down
poor
the
people
hill.
that are just like, I haven't got any friends, but I'm going to go to download anyway. Yeah, get fucking bags of shit and piss thrown at you instead. How
In a
about that?
beautiful pink Milton Keynes recycling bag.
See-through bag.
Yes. So continue with the
Yes.
story.
So Birdie decided he'd tell me that he would Facebook Live me doing a dump, and I wasn't willing to ruin my obviously great reputation that I'm explaining to you dearly now live on Facebook. So I went into my tent, dropped trowel, and took the fucking most stinkiest shit I have taken in probably a long time. Although today was pretty awful.
Full-on commentary.
Yeah, it was soggy. Anyway, it's not
Soggy.
too about this shit.
Soggy.
It was really,
Really
not
wet and
His shit separated like
Like,
a
it was
fucking
literally
smoothie, right?
Like curds and whey.
It looks like lemon curd in the bottom of a jar.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that either. I'm so glad I didn't look. Oh, God.
I got a photo.
I don't want to see the
You'll
photo.
see.
I
It's
know you
kind
have the
of like a
photo.
jar of Nutella, but after the oil separated a bit.
Yeah, literally.
And
Like
it's-
colour. And that's
Like the
going,
oily bit on top.
that's going for colour, consistency,
Like when you get curry.
not the smell,
No,
not the
definitely
taste.
Not the smell. Taste.
So pretty much just how it looks. And it looked.
Would you like to review the taste of my shit?
No. I don't want to relive that moment.
So yeah, point is, it was horrible, and I got out after wiping, of course, and I kind of had to lean out my tent like dying, gasping for breath.
Which was obviously really fucking amusing for us because all we can hear is. Oh my god, there's still so much shit! And then just the occasional. Okay, I'm going back in.
And then
Yeah. Gagging.
Gagging on your own shit.
Yeah, of course. If you shat in a tent, you would too.
I've shat
Probably.
in that bucket before without telling Courtney. I'm sorry, Courtney.
Oh!
And it wasn't that bad.
But I shat last time. It was solid.
Unauthorised use. Oh my
Anyway,
days.
so
You're in trouble.
I finally got out after cleaning myself up, and I tied the bag up, showed everyone, of course, because
I was
Yeah.
curious.
Show art.
I was curious. I needed to see.
got to be proud of what you make.
Why wouldn't you?
I was thinking that we were in for a lovely little sculpture, but apparently it was more.
People in
of a-
relationships have babies, like, oh, look how cute my baby is. I'm not in a relationship and I don't have a baby.
But
So,
you do have
a dump. So, show off the work I've just made by myself. 27-year-old male. So I fucking went through a few people's tents and then they kind of like, looked like, what's this guy holding a bag like that for? And then realised, whoop, I'm out of here. And I thought, put it into the bush, which is fine. And then everyone told me off.
Yeah, because no, but you didn't put it in the bush. You put it on top of the bush.
Well,
Was
it's
Alan,
not
was
my
Alan
fault
on the
Ghosting
left hand
came
side? Was Alan the left hand side camp?
I'm not sure what Alan was.
Okay.
I thought it was the camp with the lipstick, but he's not, apparently.
Alright.
Either who.
Yeah, because I was
Right.
saying he would have witnessed it probably.
Probably, yeah. So I then went back over and put my massive dump in a bin.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You put it on top of the bush to start with.
Can't put that.
Did we?
Yeah. You can pipe down, yeah. Pay attention.
To which our camp was very promptly named Camp Shit Snatcher.
Camp Shit Snatcher!
Yeah.
Shit
Just to answer that question.
Credit to Danny.
Yeah, credit to Danny out there.
Credit to Danny for the name, credit for Courtney for providing the tools, and credit to me for,
Providing the shit.
yes. And snatching it
also
back from the
snatching
tent. From the tent, from the...
He was near the big tree. He missed the dump moment. Thank
Oh.
God.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, that is a moment to be sad about. So that's that for part one of Camp Stories. Now, quick throwback to Friday with Bullet again. They decided to cancel their signing
Oh yeah.
very shortly before it happened.
Yeah. So they were, I think, due to come to the signing tent at 6:30. I went to go and check it out with, I think, Courtney, and then. Oh, no, yeah, we went, didn't we? We went to check it out, and then basically, I was reading through the thing, and it's like everyone, and then just Bullet cancelled. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now they're going to do a book
On the
signing,
day.
not book signing, sorry, a CD signing, so people buy their terrible fucking album to get it signed.
Although my tent was near the two bins where somebody's.
Nice.
Well,
I'm not saying
this
stories are
guy
lies.
is
Was it-
at
was
least
it in a
pleasant
bag?
enough to put it in a bag.
Yeah, was it in a bag? It may be that
Or
one.
was it in a see-through bag?
I'm really fucking courteous. Oh, back to Revenge as well. Front row, I had to fucking piss just before Revenge started, so I went to pee in.
A cup.
Was it
The
no,
noodle
it
box,
No.
wasn't it? I think it remember you
No,
said.
it
No,
was a
that
noodle
was on
box.
a different day.
Oh, no,
The
that was
noodle
for the-
box
that was in
another
case you
day.
needed
was. It was. A bottle of water. Either way, and I got stage fright 2 times. I just said to the girl next to me, he was like, I don't know, like 18 and short. I don't know why that makes a difference, but I was like, "Real, revert your eyes," which obviously makes people go like that. Luckily, I hadn't whipped out Val Beast at the time, so yeah, got stage fright twice, and then finally I was like, and it flew out. It was great. It was not in a bag. Oh, in that case, those two stories not affiliated. So back on to Saturday.
Yes.
So we kind of sucked for bands for Saturday and Sunday.
Well, Friday
Yeah.
was a heavy night.
Yes,
Saturday started a bit late.
Yeah.
due to shitting in bags.
Yeah. So
The first band we went up for, did we all go up together?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So Ask Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yes.
3:40 p.m.
Yep.
All right.
We got there. We left about 3.
Oh yeah, because we sat at the top, didn't we?
Yeah.
On the
with
dusty
chairs and
bit
stuff
in
like that.
front of the stools.
Yeah, in the blazing fucking heat.
Oh, I was so bad.
And I'm not really a fan of them, but I thought I'd check them out. I wasn't really keen. So they might be actually the worst rather than Marmosettes, but they're probably joint worst.
I definitely noticed that Danny wasn't hitting the highs in any song. He wasn't.
He wasn't
attempting them.
trying. Yeah.
Like, so I think maybe he might have fucked something before, or maybe he was just like smoking too much or some shit and couldn't do it. Like, but that that was the thing, or one of the only things that detracted. Thank you, Kieran. Detracted from the set.
At least use a tissue this time.
And yeah, I think that a majority of it was good. Like, it was alright. I'm glad that I saw them, but I wish that he'd actually sung the songs properly.
Right.
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
First time for me. I thought it was right. Yeah, I enjoyed it. We'll probably put it on the playlist, maybe.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Asking Alexandria.
Yeah, they're alright.
Do you see
Thanks,
them?
Rob.
They're all right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was alright. I haven't really got much else to say about it. I noticed that he wasn't singing the highs. I noticed that he wasn't screaming in parts of some of the songs where he screamed as well. He was just kind of like shouting.
Oh, and the set list wasn't the best.
Set list was shit.
Yeah.
It was shit. No classic songs in there really at all, and the
Couple.
distinct lack of The Poison is just not good.
The Poison.
Poison. There's a song by Arsenal
Okay.
called Poison.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bad
Listen,
Minton.
motherfucker. What?
Baby Metal.
Baby Metal was fucking fantastic.
I liked them.
Yeah.
Give Me
Always
Chocolate was
fantastic.
great.
Yeah. But, having said that, if it hadn't rained in 2016, when they played before on main stage,
Yeah.
that would have been a better gig.
Yes.
But they still did well.
Was the third girl back? I never actually looked at
No,
stage.
no, they had the backup dancers. She's off for
Yeah, apparently it's going.
undetermined.
It's going to fit into their new story.
Yeah.
So we didn't see all of them. We left before to catch the start of Blackstone Cherry.
Oh,
So I think we left after Karate.
Mm.
Blackstone Cherry. So I'm not really a fan before seeing them live.
What, Blackstone Cherry?
Yeah, don't really care.
Crazy.
I really like Lonely Trains, fucking tune.
Yeah.
It's kind of where it
So,
ends.
wait.
Wow.
Millionaire's alright.
Yeah.
I hate Brilliant and Boom Boom because it's a stupid name. Also, it's a shit song. And other than that, yeah,
It's a crowd warmer though.
never really got into them. But fucking live,
Yeah,
one of the
they
top,
are so
top
good.
5 bands ish. Yeah.
Yeah. They're always good live. Every single time. They're fabulous.
I haven't really gone as far as to think about like what my second sort of highlight, my third highlight would be, but they are definitely up there as one
Yeah.
of the standout performances over
Yeah,
the weekend.
definitely.
100%.
Aww.
That sucks. On
It was
the ill
excellent.
part. Play Down, I know. I've
No.
never seen them before, so I'm not to compare them to.
No, I
No.
think they played a good set. The songs that they chose to play were good. And they fucking smashed it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Frankly.
fair enough. Thoughts?
Yeah, loved it. It was so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
really
Incredible.
good.
Incredible.
So I would say check them out, even if you're not a fan, because
I'd
it
say
seems to
top
work
three
for me.
Top three.
And to finish us off, we didn't see all of the set, but we saw Guns N' Roses. I really liked them.
Do you know what? Musically, really glad to see the rest of the band are still doing great. I didn't really rave about Axl's vocals this time around, unfortunately, but I do know that with certain vocalists, like festival singing and sound, like the sound equipment that they use at a festival can sometimes diminish. From
Yeah,
I
as
reckon if
well.
you saw them inside at an arena, a proper arena, maybe it would be slightly different. But I just think he's just old.
It's his age, yeah. I think that's getting to him now.
But I think that it's safe to say that regardless of the fact that you can hear that his vocal cords are starting to wobble a bit, that doesn't it still sounds like Axl Rose.
It does.
And it wasn't that he wasn't singing properly. It's just that it sounded
He's old
different,
and
and
a
it
bit
was
dishevelled,
like.
isn't he?
Well, it's just that it's not the full experience because it doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, Axl was terrible.
I wouldn't say he was
He was
terrible.
almost like an impersonator.
Drugs as well.
See, I
No, I wouldn't go as far as say it was awful.
Anyway,
Like their performance at the Olympic Stadium show after Download last year was a lot better,
Yeah.
and it gave me a lot of revived hope for Axl Rose. They were on time. They finished early. But that's because they were on time.
He didn't storm off.
It didn't start off for what we saw anyway, and him moving around the stage was more than what I expect. He's definitely sorted himself out compared to 5 years ago. So, fair enough, he's getting a bit of shit, but I wouldn't say terrible. I think that's a step too far, but again, it's opinions.
I thought Slash was epic.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Well, he's always going to know.
Yeah.
Slash gets my number one spot. Guns N' Roses is a complete thing. A slightly lower, but
This
Slash.
was for me my drunken day at the arena
The Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday, so I
Okay.
drank quite a lot at the arena. I didn't really
Yeah.
drink Sunday.
No, yeah, you go to the bar.
I went to the bar quite a few times, and I, even though I wasn't in a tight crowd, and the toilets were probably nearer than they could, nearer than I realised, I just stood there and pissed in the cup twice. So let's move on to our food reviews of the week.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness!
Let's start off with the goods.
Good.
So the chili feast steak.
Chili feast steak, yes.
That's an episode
That
name
was
right there.
yeah, that was tasty. That was good. I like that. The
Yeah.
meat was nice and tender. It didn't like when you have a steak sandwich and you're like trying to bite bits off and you just pull a whole like complete bit of steak
Like
out with
a
it.
whole
End up
fucking
and end up
rump.
squashing the bread and everything like that. There was none of that. It was nice and tender. It was all good. I liked it. It was
So
really
to
nice.
clarify, the chili feast steak is actually a
Philly cheesesteak,
Philly cheesesteak, which I messed up at least 30 times over the weekend without even trying.
amongst other things.
So the Philly cheesesteak was so good. Like it's like $16.50 along with a drink and some chips covered in chili.
Oh, the loaded fries, cheesy bacon fries. Oh my god, nice.
Yeah, really fucking good.
That was nice.
So
What was the first thing you ate when you got there?
of the whole weekend,
That you bought from the festival, yeah. Like from a stall.
Mine was a burrito.
Mine was a sausage and egg baguette.
Mm.
On the Thursday.
Thursday morning.
Because I only ate Pringles on the
Oh
Wednesday.
my God.
Probably why I chummed it.
you chumbled, yeah.
Oh.
I don't actually remember what the first thing I ate was. I'm really uncomfortable here, but I should be still sitting on the screen. I'm not sure what the first thing I ate was. I didn't eat much to start off with. I don't have a fucking clue. Probably a fucking burger or something.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure
This
you
is
went
the
to
first-
the burger the next morning. You just said, I'm
Oh
going
yeah, I
to
had
get
so
food.
many chips from Gareth. Bye Gareth. And yeah, then I bought I don't fucking know a burger, but the first notable thing I bought was the Philly cheesesteak. So
Nailed it.
the only other good thing I had was the ostrich burger on the Saturday morning, which led to shit in a bag.
The duck burgers were quite good. I quite like
Didn't
that.
try that.
It was nice, yeah.
Any good foods that you had?
Burritos, 100%.
Burritos did look good. I didn't get one.
Multiple churros.
Churros were fucking banging.
Yeah, the churros are excellent.
Perfect for the arena, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
You just sat there, like, if you're... So, on the Saturday and the Sunday, we obviously just wanted to mostly chill because we were all fucked up. So we were watching bands from quite far back where we knew that we didn't have to stand up and fucking, like, get involved with anything that required movement. And churros are the best thing in the world for that because you're just sat there watching bands, getting chocolate all over your face.
I don't know.
It's really good
Was
stuff.
there anything you didn't like?
Oh, wait, I just have to say, very briefly, that there was a vegan vegetarian stall, right, that did this falafel and hummus wrap. Oh my god, so good. Done. Carry on.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll
so was there
mention
anything
it.
you didn't like, Kieran?
Anything I didn't like food.
I'm sure there was something.
Something. You make it sound like it's singular.
I feel like
No.
it has like a geographical
British
kind of-
reference.
Yeah.
Let
Northern.
me tell you what I didn't like
You know what?
at this
Kieran,
fucking festival.
what are you
Yes.
doing? I'm going to go to the toilet because I broke the seal on Wednesday.
Broke
Excellent.
the seal on Wednesday.
Oh, it's still going.
Let me tell you a little story. Falafel Wrap was his first one.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay. It's your own.
So, yeah. Fucking, I will tell you what. So every year, I make sure I get a burrito, I get an ostrich burger, and I get a fucking hog roast, right?
How do you have your hog roast?
Like a normal fucking person, in a baguette, pork and stuffing. That's my part. Sauce is optional. I wouldn't say not normal for my choices, but I never have applesauce or pork usually, or anything, because I don't usually mix fruit with meat, like, or with savoury, like fuck off pineapple on a pizza. But on this, I have 3/4 of the baguette applesauce and 1/4 brown sauce.
Nice.
What I don't fucking have is a fucking hog roast, and then rather than the baguette, in a fucking Yorkshire pudding. So if I see a place saying Yorkies or Yorkshire puddings, and then a new line and a new line hog roasts, I expect those things to be two separate fucking things from the same stall, right? I don't expect to go, can I have a hog roast please? And then to be passed a fucking Yorkshire pudding, right?
Oh.
Oh, Alan. Oh.
Let
You
yourself
seemed
down.
so good at the time.
You've let yourself down.
We can still be friends. I'm alright with it. I would never choose to get it on there, but I can
God.
eat it.
Do you want to do the podcast in the car?
I need the Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
Yeah, go
It's
on,
alright,
get
it's
the fuck
within
out of
range.
my house.
It's within range, I'm sure.
So, episode 22, right, you. Best of luck.
Good time to announce that I'm never doing this again. Then.
Excellent. Don't think anyone wanted you anyway, Rob. With pineapple and pizza. Anyway, yeah, so...
Why don't you go and take a shit in a bag, you can.
Give me the bag and I'll throw you the fucking door. Now then,
Anyway.
on happy notes. Or less happy notes, actually. I'd rather shit in a bag than ever eat a hog roast in a Yorkshire pudding. Now, I'm not a fan of Yorkshire puddings anyway. I don't like... People go crazy about them. They say they're the best part of the roast. No, the best part of the roast is either the meat, the stuffing, or
Roast potatoes.
the bread or onion sauce.
Roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes definitely up there.
And depends on what veg it is as well.
Huh?
I'd say depends on the veg as well.
I love some
Always
peas, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't go, oh, the peas are the best part of this. Or
Oh
the
no,
veg.
no.
Broccoli and gravy.
But
as
people
well.
actually say Yorkshire's the best part, and that's
Best thing
just
about
criminally
it.
insane.
They're a good accompaniment.
They're alright. I don't choose. Sometimes I choose to have a small one. The point I'm making is, right, you don't fucking put a hog roast in a Yorkshire. You sick fucking cunts. I was very angry that day. We'll
You
get
were?
on to how angry I was after that. I haven't written that down.
Yeah. I will say this though. I quite like the Yorkshire puddings with the hog roast and the stuff in them, but they were very lacking in gravy. That thing needed to
I
be
wouldn't have
fu-
fucking
it needed to
gravy
be
with a hog
drowned.
roast anyway.
Yeah, no,
It
there
needed,
wasn't enough.
it
gravy.
needed to be drowned because by the time you'd eaten everything and you had the Yorkshire pudding left, there was nothing to like mop it up
Courtney
with.
has a really good strategy, which is when you buy it, you ask them to put the gravy on first, and then
Oh, yes, it
it
soaks in.
touches the Yorkshire already, but you'll like be able to dig it out from the bottom because it's touching the bottom of the food that's put on top, so it works better if they put the gravy first.
Or maybe just supply an extra pot of
Or-
gravy.
Yeah.
Just don't get Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That I
because it's a
agree
lot more hassle than it's fucking
It
worth.
fucking
really.
is. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a really fucking bad moment of my weekend. Other fucking shits of the festival is
Bunny chow.
Bunny Chow. We decided on the Sunday morning, well, it's Sunday morning, it was Sunday afternoon. We've heard a lot about Bunny Chow. If you know what it is, it's basically a loaf of bread with the top cut off and all the bread taken out, and then fill that thing there
With, like,
with
chilli. Or curry.
or curry, and then you dip your bread in and you eat the bread afterwards once all the chilli or curry's gone. We went to go and get it. I heard about it last year, but I didn't think to find it. We found it this year. We queued up Sunday
20
afternoon.
minutes in the searing heat.
Yes.
It was so hot.
Two people in front of us, and they decided to come out and tell us there's no bread left.
We can give you nachos though.
We've reduced the price by 50p.
Um,
So yeah,
50p.
very fucking upsetting. Another thing, I got my burrito. Another thing I was really looking forward to. And I was like, "Can I have a medium?" They're like, "Oh, what size do you want?" I was like, "I want a 10-inch, please." And she's like, "What's a 10-inch?" I was like, "It says here 10-inch." She's like, "Do you want medium or large or super?" I was like, "I'll have a 10-inch medium, please." So she made it. She charged me like 2-3 extra quid. I was like, after me, she's like, "Oh, I thought you said a big one." I was like, "10-inch medium doesn't really sound like a big one." So I was like, "Fuck it, just here's the money. Give me a burrito. I fucking need it. I'm hungry. I'm not even that hungry. I just wanted to eat it before I went and got drunk, which didn't end up getting drunk in the end. And it fucking fell apart, and I had to get a fucking fork from Tip to start eating that. It was a bad day for food.
Was this Sunday?
Yeah, my last meal of the weekend.
Are you okay? Excellent.
Ooh. Any other great foods for you guys? No, sorry, shit foods.
shit
Shit foods.
foods.
Shit food.
Mine was the Yorkshire pudding, but for a completely different reason. It wasn't even the food that was the issue.
another
It-
rage moment.
Oh.
Yeah, like, so,
Well, not even. You dealt with that tactfully.
Really fucking what?
Tactfully.
Belt digging to my fucking belly.
yeah. Var. So, basically, like, the first time I went up to the Yorkshire fucking pudding place and was like, I would like a Yorkshire pudding with mashed potatoes, peas,
After this, talk about somebody who you
gravy.
missed.
Did I?
Before
Oh,
that
and
side.
stuffing.
Yeah.
Mashed potato,
Let's
yeah.
fucking cool down.
And from saying that, she was like, "Do you want a vegetarian one?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she gave me mashed potato, beans, and mushy peas. And I said, "That's
No.
not what I ordered."
No,
And I told her what I ordered again. And then she went away and she gave me mashed potatoes, gravy and peas without the stuffing, and I asked her to put the stuffing on, and she was like, no, I'll have to make another one. I was like, no, just put the stuffing on top. And then we argued about how fucking easy it is to put stuffing on a fucking Yorkshire pudding for about 20 minutes, and then I took my tenner back out of her hand and went to the other one on the other side of the arena and got exactly what I asked the first time I asked for it, which was excellent. But then it was also not enough gravy, so not great. But, yeah. What a bitch.
I was really happy with all the food I bought.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Apart from the lack of bunny chow, it wasn't too bad.
I was sceptical about trying it anyway because chili and ring sting is a real serious thing, especially at a festival.
Nah, burritos every
Damn
day.
it, didn't fucking work.
You're wrong.
I was
No,
trying
I've
to-
literally done like previous downloads. Burritos have been the only thing that I've bought for like, the whole 5 days, and I've been fine.
Oh, sweet. Jesus, I'm sorry. It's so tight. I'm so tight.
Joint like a tiger.
Tweet like a twig. Right, have we finished that topic or are you still on
Beans
it?
and mushy peas is literally like, why would you put both of them on it? I don't
Yeah, it's
understand.
just
Like, what's
disgusting.
hello, kitty.
Being
Literally
harassed
saw
by
your
my
black
cat.
cat earlier and I was like, that's reminding me of my nightmares to fucking Monday morning.
Oh, God.
Cool, so on the Sunday, so quickly talk about who we missed because we went fucking late. For me, I really want to see Cradle of Filth, but fucked it.
They were
And
on early though.
They were on at 12. I want to see it in this moment as well, so if you saw any of those bands, please let me know how it went.
Secure some fame, dude.
We have
We have cat.
a rare pussy.
Well, we didn't. I don't think we got there till the
Manson.
last song of Shinedown,
Oh, right.
and then then it was Manson who.
Yeah,
So you guys talk about Manson, I'll talk about him afterwards.
excellent. Manson was awful.
I
So
didn't
bad.
like it. I didn't like it how, like, right at the very end, he played the last song and then just walked off the stage.
Do you know
Just
what?
didn't say anything.
I've heard so many people say this.
What?
That in this moment were poor.
I've heard that as well. Which is a shame because I was really excited to see him.
I wanted to go and see them because feminism, but at the same time, I didn't care about them enough.
Oh,
To wake up
you
there.
can't just say something like that and not elaborate.
What do you
Because
mean?
she's a woman.
Well, no, more because I feel like because of the lack of women in the industry, they need to be supported, and I do like them as a band, but I was too tired, so I didn't go. Like my personal comfort comes over feminism, but like
So you wanted to see them because there's a woman over the fact you like them.
no, I like them, but also like I felt more inclined to go because feminism. But then I still didn't go, so
It doesn't really matter.
It's such a short sentence to say like, obviously because feminism was like, I need more information than I want to see them because there's a woman there. Right, cool. I didn't think Manson was awful.
no, okay, right. Let me. So 2014, 2015, when he played and we saw him and he was
2015,
completely
yeah.
fucked off his tits. That was awful. That was like the worst
I didn't,
of the two.
2020.
But this year he was sober and I enjoyed it less because I couldn't laugh at how shit-faced he was.
he was still
Because-
partly shit-faced.
No, yeah, but he wasn't nearly
Off of
as
it. Not
fucked.
as
Like
fucked,
he
not as
wasn't
15.
talking about his jacket for 90 minutes. Like,
I was at 9.
well,
What did he do at 15 as well?
long.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. People are like, oh yeah, but he was drunk. I'm like, well, he was definitely more than drunk. And you can't go to a Manson show and expect him to be sober. But I saw
No.
someone earlier saying that Manson was the best set of the weekend.
That
Oh,
which is just
dear.
insane.
No, that's wrong.
It's just silly.
Like,
The hell?
I willing to respect opinions to an extent,
Of course.
but that's just silly. Now, I enjoyed it. It's the best time I've seen him at a festival. The best time overall that I've seen him was at his own show with Rob Zombie back in 2010, the Twins of Evil tour. His set list was good. Performed songs all right.
New shit. I
New
was
shit was
surprised
great.
that came out.
Mob Scene, Sweet Dreams Were Made of This.
Yeah, man, Sweet Dreams was good.
He should have finished on The Beautiful People.
I would definitely say that he started his set a lot better than he ended it.
Right.
The first 3 songs were alright,
Okay.
and then it got drastic.
I see drastic. My opinion that's a push, but yeah. He should have finished on Beautiful People. Like, even if he wanted to make a point of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk off stage, I just dropping my mic and fucking off. Then fair enough. But he played Beautiful People, then a song I didn't even fucking recognise, and then just, oh, it's over. Okay, cool.
Bye.
Yeah.
On to Ozzy Osbourne. So you guys stayed for 2 songs? I can't see it far.
He didn't finish on Beautiful. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he finished on Beautiful People, random song, but he should have finished on Beautiful People. But yeah, Beautiful People, random song. Bye. Okay, see that, mate. Probably just like, Kevin over there. So you guys stayed for Ozzy for about 2 songs?
Yeah.
Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Crowley, and before that was Bark at the Moon.
Yeah.
So I remember saying to somebody before, like, oh, I'll probably stay till the end.
Yeah, you said it's
I want to see 3 songs, which is Bark at the Moon, Mr. Crowley, and Crazy Train. And I was like, I guarantee they'll fucking finish on Bark at the Moon. And then it started with Bark at the Moon. I was like, well, fuck. There goes my idea. Bye. Oh, didn't hit you, sorry. But so you guys, for the 2 songs that you saw, what were your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, he
Better than I expected, to be honest.
he commanded the fuck out of that crowd straight away. Like, he came out and just the way he was like, download, like straight away, just yep, goosebumps, mate.
Bark of the Moon would cringe like mad.
What?
Oh, why? I thought
Cringe.
it was great.
Yeah, me too. I like Ozzy.
And then Mr. Crowley was fucking fantastic.
Mr. Crowley was really
That was
Yeah.
good.
And then just me and a couple of hours left, so not you guys, so I'll continue. I've seen him with Sabbath the full set once, and maybe I think a part of the set the second time, but all the way to download. But I thought his voice was so much better than any other time I saw him.
His vocals were brilliant.
That's what I
Yeah.
was surprised at.
Yeah,
Because
great.
after everything I've heard, I thought he was just going to be like a flipping mumbling wreck.
Yeah.
No,
But-
he's always been good at performing. Like I remember, was it the Black Rain tour? Black Rain, isn't it, the album? Well, anyway, I went to see Ozzy on one tour with my dad. My dad took me, and I was still quite young at the time, but back then I thought it was fucking sick. And seeing him again recently,
Just thought he sounded out of tune. To be fair, I was right at the back, so I guess we had different perspectives.
Possibly, we were fairly far back
yeah,
as
we
well.
were quite far back, but I thought he did all right. Like, he's obviously a lot older than he was the last time I saw him, but
69 now.
Fair
yeah,
play to him.
and he's still. I think he did better than Axl Rose, frankly, but
Enjoyed him the 2 times you saw Sabbath.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, some were good, but him personally didn't sound as good. Seemed worn down. Can you pass this around, please?
you seem worn down.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's fine. So no, they like I didn't stay towards the whole set. At the end of the whole set, I stayed till the end before the encore. I definitely thought of a different word. And oh shit.
Hey.
So yeah, they finished the set before the encore with Crazy Train, which I thought was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the fucking music.
Yep.
Do we actually know what his encore was?
Yes, I do. I can't remember the first song. Then the second song would be the cover of Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Excellent.
And that's it. That was the encore. Then as you're walking away through the PA there, play Changes by Kelly and Ozzy Osbourne.
Nice.
Also early in the set they played War Pigs, Black Sabbath cover, Terry
Yeah.
Pigs cover was fucking fantastic. Kind of the Coplers. Yeah, so I thought it was actually a really good show. I would say it's... I'm not sure who I prefer out the headliners. Well, sorry, those 2 headliners, Guns and Ozzy.
I stayed for more of Guns, but in truth, I think I preferred the sound of
I don't know.
Ozzy a little bit. I think.
It says. Same with Axl, age and drugs have ruined the voices compared to 2 years ago, which is definitely 100% true.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, of course, yeah. Thank you very much. So, but overall, band-wise, I think it was a fucking cracking set.
Yeah.
It's the first time in years I've cared about all 3 headliners. Usually it's one of them like, don't give a fuck. So, we move on to more camp stories. So, I'm not a very angry person. It's very rare. So, I'd say it's pretty fucking
Yeah,
rare.
well-
I've never witnessed anything like this.
You get the odd fuck off now and again, but this was anger.
Fuck off.
Right. So, let's just say Saturday night, after drinking heavily at the arena and then drinking more heavily at the campsite, someone was annoying me by throwing things in my face, obviously, so I threatened them. And
Warned them, should we say.
I warned them, yeah. Did it one more time, and I just gave a look of like, oh, they apologise. So I was like, that's cool, it's fine. And I'm drinking, I'm going along, and we got a piss spot in our camp because we're really genuinely
Disgusting.
Yes. I was going to say hygienic, but well, words.
Thesaurus.
And I went over the guide rope.
Did you see a guy trying to climb a pole?
I didn't.
I heard him fall.
Was it you?
No, that was when all that noise was going on over to the other side, on by the path. Remember?
Right.
You can hear everyone going, "Oh," and
yeah.
then there was a thud, and then there was a "ooh," and then everyone kind of crowded round.
Excellent.
That's what happened.
I really was not seeing it. So, yeah, I went over for a wee.
You're going to say it's you now, aren't you?
I hope it is. Put a face there for
To that thud.
So yeah, I was having a great evening. Climbed over the guide rope, went for a whiz. Turned around, climbed over the first guide rope. Fell.
Sorry.
So remind me what was getting thrown at your face before this.
Oh, glow sticks.
They'd been made into like a ring
Yeah.
with the
Right.
connectors and
But it wasn't like
Like
It was
hoopla,
like-
but with your nose.
yeah, it was a full-on
I don't like. So again,
ninja style throw.
I don't. The fact is, I don't get very angry very often. But if you throw things at me or things hit my face, it's a very, very short fuse, right? Which I think is fair. No one gets like
Yeah, of
getting
course.
hit in the fucking face. So he did twice. I was like, "You need to stop that."
Yeah, enough now.
And he's like, he obviously thought I was joking because he must love getting hit in the face with fucking glow sticks. So he threw another one, and I went, "Person who shall not be named, just in case, right? If you do it one more time, I'm gonna fucking knock you out." Again, I'm also not a fucking fighter either whatsoever. So he stopped. He apologised eventually because I was like fucking looking like I'm waiting for you to do it, and that was it. He apologised.
Just
I was
give me a reason.
I was pretty quickly over it. And if I went to bed then and there, I would have woke up not caring. However, I didn't go to bed there and then. I carried on drinking, went for a wee, turned back, go over this guide rope, got over the first one. It's pitch black, I'm smashed, didn't think to take a torch. And the next one, I thought I was over both of them by this point. So I walk, and I just started going like, oh! It was literally dead to the guide rope. Fucking
Dead to the guide rope.
and I didn't think to put my arm above my face or anything. I literally went face floor, like straight down, and it was fucking painful. Probably in the back of my head, I was like, I probably feel humiliated right now. So I was like, okay. There was no thought of okay.
There was no-
It was just me like, I got up and I was like, fucking cunt! Went for the fucking gazebo, tried to break it with all my might, which is not much. Didn't break it.
No. Bend it slightly.
So I just looked around, grabbed the chair. I was like, where's that person's tent? Because I was already pissed off, so I was like, oh, take it out of the most annoying person. He wasn't there at the time.
Threw it at
Didn't know where
someone
his tent was.
else's tent,
Threw it at someone else's tent who wasn't a bad person.
who we won't name though.
Yes, he might watch this. And I just threw it.
I feel like I know who this is.
I did shout to warn you, but yeah, by then it was too late.
No.
We'd already.
Through this chair. It might have been my chair, it may have not been.
No, it wasn't.
Fair enough. Full pelt of this person's tent. Then sat down on my chair. Dead silence. And
Yeah, it was kind of awkward.
Pete said he got scared. And he's like,
We all were, I think. Even
Chloe
Chloe
was like, oh, I was pretty
Yeah.
scared. I was like, oh, I feel kind of bad.
I
but at the same
literally
time,
said-
I don't care.
I literally said it was like the scene out of Jurassic Park when the T-Rex gets out of the fence, and it was like, don't move. Don't move. Because if we move, we're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went to bed.
I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to bed now. And then I got back in my tent and I could kind of hear like silence, like awkward silence and chatter. So I thought, I'm not going to apologise for what I've done because I'm not sorry. But I'm going to blow my horn to alleviate the tension. So, burp, and they started laughing. I was like, fuck off! And
You laughed at even more.
that was part of the joke.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck off was a part of the joke. And
It was-
I'm
it was good.
Right, they've got this, it's fine. And I passed out till Sunday. Fantastic.
That was funny.
Any more camp stories that jump to mind?
Bag cider.
Bag cider,
Bag
Oh
cider.
yeah.
So last year, do you want to start explaining or shall I give you an intro?
Oh, go on, give me an intro.
Last year, Sophie, lady here, I need to say last name, I'll divert from that in case
Sophie.
you have stalkers. So Sophie here decided to bring bag cider.
Kira and I
And
literally comment on every single podcast. Like, everyone knows my name.
Alright, mate.
Jesus. It's hot enough in here as it is.
Calm down, Matt.
what's your pin code?
What?
Seems you're throwing that game information.
It's 1237.
I feel like you're telling the truth as
It's
well.
not. It was a very long time ago. It's not anymore.
Or is it?
So, Bagsider, yeah, so last year Sophie decided to bring Bagsider to the camp, and I thought it was a horrendous idea, and in all
It's
honesty,
really good.
it
It's
was.
5% and it's vegan. And it comes in a box.
Why did you give me that?
It's also gluten free.
You know what, it works, so I
Not
don't
that I
care.
give a shit either.
It's alcoholic, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, we drank it last year, we got smashed in it, so, and then after it was done, I was kind of horrendous, I thought it was a horrendous idea, and then you mentioned about a month ago to bring it in, I thought it was great. So
Excellent.
this year,
I bought 3 bags of cider and also a bag of Lambrini, which is like 7% Perry for people that are living under rocks and don't know what Lambrini is. And it's really nice. And so we started about 2 p.m. on the Sunday. We broke out
Before
the
we went to
first
bands.
bag.
Killed Danny.
Yeah.
Like we
Poor guy.
got through the bag of Perry and a bag of the other cider.
Yeah.
And then Danny was dead, threw up. I felt really guilty for a little bit and then felt better because he was still smiling after he threw up, and I feel like he felt better anyway. But then we went and saw bands, had a little bit of a break from drinking, and then got back, started on the bags again, and then everyone was fucked. So
Yeah.
it worked out really well.
and now it's every year now.
My work here is done.
Traditions.
So, to close off this thing, we have the horrible word of Monday.
Oh no.
So-
See, in normal circumstances, I would agree. Monday is a horrible, horrible word, but I think today was
Yeah,
fucking
it's actually
awesome.
It was pretty fun.
In
I did
terms of
enjoy
a
it.
set down, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
It was
this
good.
morning went well. Like,
I mean,
Lots of funny moments.
jovial.
Yeah, it was
Gareth.
good.
Bye, Gareth.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was so
Bye,
good.
Gareth made my day.
So, obviously, we woke up, we did all our packing and stuff, and all the treacherous bullshit. This year was the heaviest amount I had to bring back because I just didn't drink enough, which was weird.
Yeah, I had a
wrong
lot of
with you?
food that I didn't.
I didn't drink Sunday much at all. It's heartbreaking stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
It was too hot.
It was really fucking
Yeah.
hot today.
I could have done with it being
But I
cloudy.
didn't have to pack up any tents, so I don't give a shit. I was just standing at the gazebo like.
We know.
It didn't take long though. We had that down pretty quick.
So, usually we
Turn
have,
off the help.
I've told it the
Yeah,
depressing
we're taking
leave. Usually we have the depressing leave, and it all sucks. But it was helped today by Gareth.
Yeah.
So
That was
Gareth,
And dragging Casper out of his fucking tent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Piss.
For the photo.
we got a cover photo,
Sick camp.
and Gareth had a coach to catch. So
Bye, Gareth.
when we were like, "I see Gareth," Gareth was like, "Bye, Gareth."
Bye, Gareth!
Everyone
Bye,
started
Gareth.
shouting bye,
Red
Gareth.
Camp is going for it. There was some guy that commented on the thing earlier. Some Gareth from Yellow Camp happened to be walking near Red Camp and heard across from like where he was by the red tent, the doghouse, and all he could hear in the distance was "Bye, Gareth." Bye. He was like, what?
I've not gone yet. I'm still here.
Gareth is a
was
legend.
Yeah.
He's still a legend.
So I mean, I'm gonna have to like
He did get home safe.
have to shut him a
He
little
did.
bit because we're talking about earlier in the car, especially with Scott, his brother, right? And like it was like, "Bye, Gareth," and obviously he had a little bit of fame, which is fair play. I would fucking milk it while I could as well.
He did.
Right,
Milk
and he
it.
walked off, and he's like, still waving. He goes down.
Fuck off, Gareth.
I was like, alright, Gareth, we're gonna, yeah. And I was like, "Bye, Gareth," and then he was like, Gareth. And I was sitting there like doing that, and I was like, "Fuck off, Gareth." And everyone was just kind of went, alright. And he was like, "Gareth" again. So that little moment, like someone, I'm not sure if it may have been Alan, or it might have been the other guy that was chatting in the other guy that was chatting on the comments thread before, but like I agree with this a lot. As the years go on, the atmosphere kind of dies for you because you're so kind of used to it, and the chants kind of stuck like the butt scratchers from back in the day. But to have that as you're going home on Monday was definitely like an uplifter.
Yeah.
So that was sick as fuck. 'Cause, like,
So basically, what we're saying is you guys fucking made our Mondays.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Red Camp is
And
the
we
best.
made yours.
Yeah.
Red Camp is legend.
Red Camp forever. So basically, the last point before we go into like our personal thoughts of. Oh no, we've got car park to go as well. So yeah, we are fucking Camp Shit Snatcher due to antics.
That's that.
And fucking great, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to the car park and just before we crossed over the road, we heard like people in front of us were saying that the co-op were giving out their free sandwiches. or loads of stuff because
You're
of
going out
the
of
fact
date.
they can't sell them and they're not going to take them back to a shop. And this lady kindly gave me herpes. She kindly gave me.
I didn't see that bit.
Well, I don't last long. A cheese and ham sandwich. It's like, oh my god, it's so lovely. I'll put it in his bag for him to carry.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll eat that.
That extra 170 grams really made the difference.
I was like, oh, I will eat that when we get to the car. So we got to the car, we opened it up for a bit because the car was fucking roasting.
Yeah.
And
That was nice.
I was like, right, this is a perfect time for a sandwich. Had a sandwich. And you carry on, sir.
It was me who noticed the said thing that was by the car. So opening the doors up because it was roasting and wanted to air the car out for a good half an hour before we left. Did the boot, did the 2 doors. As I was doing the last door, I noticed something by the back of my car, just off a
What
bit.
was it, Peter?
It was a shit. For a second, it crossed my mind. I don't know why. I don't remember seeing any dogs at Download.
Apart from the download dog.
Yeah, well, that one, yeah.
Hey.
I didn't see him, actually. Anyway, but, yeah, then it dawned on me that it wasn't actually canine feces.
No.
It was a human poo, and it had been there for a while because it had gone black and
Black
dry.
as sin.
Either that or whoever shat that out.
Yeah, it just had
had
a...
just not eaten
yeah.
for like 3 days.
Maybe it
Or
was like a fox
they had a
shit.
Yorkshire
Was it a
pudding,
big
maybe.
one?
I don't know.
It was fucking humongous. It was thick. And also, it kind of curved around itself into a strange, like...
Oh wow.
ball.
Was it like one of yours?
No.
Was it like the hand grenade
It was
shit?
it was monstrous. It was big.
So it was like the hand grenade shit.
But that was like monstrous and compact. This was
Yeah,
like...
yeah.
Anywho, so
Leaky.
I'm like, oblivious, eating my... about to take the first bite of my sandwich, like, it's lovely. He's like, oh, look at that size of that shit, it's human. I was like, Turn around. It was from puke, but the sandwich just flew out of my fucking
I
mouth.
just remember that I ate an entire burrito whilst you were having your shit, and literally, like, everyone was
Completely unfazed.
confused why I was able to eat it, and I was like, I literally sat next to Kieran while he tried to shit in the bucket before. Like,
Yeah. So this filthy thing, and I thought, you know what? Turn around, get that image out of my head, took a bite, and the image obviously popped straight back into my head. Spat the sandwich back out, and I was just threw that piece on the floor. Gave it a couple of minutes. Opened the second sandwich, the half slice.
Yep.
Went to take a bite, put it in my mouth, and then literally I just decided to turn around, and the poo had gone from my mind. Turn around, and where my eyes landed was directly on the shit. I was like, "Whoa! Fuck this sandwich!" Fucking horrific.
Good job it was fucking free.
Then you would have been pissed.
So, starting off in no random order, Peter Godey.
Okay.
In a short paragraph, how would you explain your final thoughts of Download 2018?
First download. I will be going back as much as I can.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Good news.
excellent.
It was epic. After the year I've had, it was one of the best things I could have done, and I have not laughed so much in all of my fucking life. It was just epic. It was fucking brilliant.
I
Yeah.
think conditions this year were
Thoroughly
just perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Oh
just
yeah,
so
I forgot
good.
the weather. Thank you.
Not even just that, but camp, weather,
Yeah. Everyone who was there and that,
atmosphere,
yeah.
vibes,
It was
Everything
the
just
whole,
fell into
Yeah.
place.
whole
Fucking
ordeal,
brilliant for
whole
me.
ordeal.
Obviously, that's going to be a benchmark for me now, so we need to try and beat that next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on who turns up. But no, yeah, it was fucking brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah, sick. Probably my second favourite download.
Yeah. And how have you been to Game 7 now?
7.
Cute.
Robert? No, you can finish this one off. For me, it was... so my 10th download in a row, it's in the top 3. I'm going to say it's probably third best. And that's to go against 2014, which was the fucking best. And my first year, which is always hard to beat.
2014 was insane.
Yeah. So that was back in 2009 for my first year. So obviously great to have. You can.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. We'll be in Red Camp.
Yeah.
Um,
spot.
Like how
Bag cider.
Bag
Yes,
cider.
This is your thing. Why am I getting people on your hype?
Because
Do a
you
better
joined
job.
the
Because
hype.
it
Bag
was
fucking
It was
cider, mate.
fucking good. It was fucking good. When everyone was involved and it
I
was
was
all
so
going round,
good.
it was
it's
brilliant.
so good.
When we did the first round in the morning, I was smashed, and that was
Yeah, I
brilliant.
agree.
Yeah.
So it's become a holiday with friends and banter
Yeah,
bonus.
Yeah, you know that,
exactly.
definitely.
It's 100% what it is.
So yeah, obviously for me with the Venture headlining, it was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
The weather was fucking great. The people I was with were fucking great, for the most part. And yeah, so pretty much that. The only thing I'll say, like, with next year, like, my point was always to make a streak, and I hit 5 years and I want to hit 10. I don't really fucking care about 15 years in a row. If it happens, then fucking great. If I hit like 13, then I'm obviously going to just force myself to go to 2 more in a row. But now that I've hit 10, it's all going to depend on who's going and the lineup. And like, if the lineup's great, then I'm going to go. If the lineup's all right and those people are like, the people are great, then I'm probably going to go. But if it's like, people are going, the lineup's all right, then I'll book it off every year still. But I'll wait for the week, unless it's going to sell out, or I hear it's going to sell out. I'll wait for. I might just buy it on the door and just go, well, weather seems good, go and download. If it's going to piss it down and the bands are alright and the friends are alright, I might just skip it. But we'll see how that happens, because I know as soon as I skip it, it'll go to Wednesday, everyone's leaving, I'll be like, great, my life. So Rob, before we go on to that final topic, top us off on your paragraph of enlightenment.
Mate, it's quite possibly been one of the best weekends ever. It was just amazing from start to finish, to be fair. Like, it's kind of one of those things. So festivals for me have historically always been one of those things where if like conditions don't kind of meet, then it can really like bring me down for the weekend.
Yes,
but
yeah.
I thought like with the people that were going this time, I was like, I'm going to make a concerted effort to not allow that to happen and just go and do it, kind of thing. And it just seems like sod's law, like the year that I sort of set myself aside and think, do you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go and get pissed and have a really good fucking time, and I'm not going to give a shit about the weather, I'm not going to give a shit whether people that I camp with are twatty or anything, or whether we get like random campers next to us that are just really annoying. You're fine.
Yeah.
But the whole thing came together from start to finish, and it got to like sort of midway through Saturday. In fact, while I think one of the things that makes Blackstone's set perfect for me is they were playing a specific song that I can never remember the name of, and it's really summery and really uplifting. And I just remember being like watching them like play this song and thinking like, I would not change a fucking thing about this weekend.
Woo!
I would literally not change a
Was
fucking
it,
thing about this weekend.
No?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. No, it's
No, Jane?
no. I'll remember the song and I
That's
will.
fine.
I'll put it in the comments like I always do. No, I literally wouldn't change a thing. It was
No?
fucking
Fair.
brilliant.
I wouldn't
from
change
start to
much.
finish.
Yeah.
Much.
I just wish I got up early on Sunday. And didn't miss Thursday.
I mean, yeah, those
All
are
credit
things that are sort of acceptable
so
to
minute.
sort of change. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is the thing. Had you changed that, you know, Chaos Theory suggests that the rest of the festival could have
Yeah,
gone to
well.
shit.
Yeah.
So-
Or improve vastly
Or-
on
Yeah,
already
by the
amazing.
same coin, you have to.
It's a cycle.
I'm on that one, Phil.
It doesn't matter, but it does.
There's about 2 names possibly up. So to finish us off,
I think I've killed Rob.
we'll leave him till last again. Sophie, who was your worst band of the weekend?
My worst
You
band.
have to choose one.
I think because we were talking about it the other day, and I think then I said Volbeat then because even though their set was good, I enjoyed them the least out of everyone that I saw because they were the only band that I saw that I didn't already know that I loved.
Right. But you've told me Manson were awful so far.
Yeah.
So you sticking with Volbeat?
No, I think
No.
I'm going to change it. Manson was shit.
Okay. Peter, go.
Manson for me as well.
I'm afraid so.
I'm changing from mine from Marmosets to Ars and Alexandria.
Wow. Okay.
But they're both really low. But while I feel like Marmosets were chosen as the worst for me because they weren't my thing, and the second half, I said before, was better than the first half. Architects, I fucking which architects
Ars and
were.
Alexandria.
Ars and
Yeah, so do
Alexandria, just weren't it for me.
Fully agree with Manson.
Yeah,
Fair,
100%.
Definitely.
And reverse order, so Roberto, who was your favourite band of the weekend?
Fuck.
Duh!
Definitely
Shall we all say it on three?
Definitely.
3, 2, 1.
Avenged.
100%. I was fucking ready to see
Yeah.
those, and I have been saying for the past couple of weeks, like, I'm so fucking ready. I'm so fucking ready. And I tell you what, I was not ready.
We
But
told
no,
you.
honestly, like I could have spaffed so much.
I did.
You saw it.
Sophie,
Yeah,
thank you very much for joining us tonight.
not a fucking problem, mate.
Peter,
Mhm.
you've been alright.
Pete, fucking
Sexist.
welcome to the
Yeah.
download.
yeah.
Welcome to the
Downloads.
download
Yeah,
clan.
man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family.
Shit snatcher.
On that note,
Camp Shit Snatcher is out of here.
we bid you farewell. Please, if you haven't already, like the podcast. We're here
Wow.
pretty much every week.
Not us, just
No,
them.
not us then.
It's just the good ones.
I'm the
We might
Um,
come back. We never know. We might be lucky.
But maybe just like the podcast for now.
Yeah, excellent. Like
More information when we decide.
If you like this more than any other ones, we might come back. No.
If you like this more than the other ones, we're starting a new fucking podcast.
Hey, let's start our own soap.
Yeah, sick. Let's do it. What do we call it? Unsoothed.
I mean, you laughed, that was awful.
It
It really was.
So, game
had
plan,
fun.
you dump her, he's been on best on
Excellent.
that. Right,
That can never be possible.
Finally, we can be together.
he's been Rob, I've been Kieran, and we've been Deciphered. Bye, Gareth.
Bye, Gareth.